100.
Of course, a reminder, in the World Cup of Darts format, today and tonight, the first round is all about pairs action. And then from tomorrow, same time, same 100. Place, singles play comes into it, and if necessary, a doubles game, a pairs game as well. So
45.
This is all about Hewitt played in the
35.
World Youth Championship and went out in the group stage. Now, can Labanauskas hit the big numbers here? Enjoyed watching him at the World Championship. Labanauskas is some player on his day. Treble 17, nice switch down the board.
Which you require 51.
Now, opportunity for Gibraltar to level. Needs tops here.
Game
nice finish, no problem.
Gibraltar
with the finish. Gibraltar leveling here now in the first match of the afternoon.
Game on.
And the talented duo, the talented teenagers, with a good leg of darts there, levels it at one leg apiece.
Yeah, great finish in there from Labanauskas starts a leg with a maximum here.
So cool as well. Rossbray giving it the big one, as he always does, with the 180 call. And Labanauskas just looked away, cool as you like. What a start.
78.
A slack last start that was from Barauskas. He'll be disappointed with that. Played in the European Q School, Barauskas.
97.
And he's on the PDC Nordic and Baltic Tour as well. Now, can Labanauskas build on that last visit? Playing nicely, Mark, isn't he?
Yeah, but he always does, Darius, doesn't he? He's becoming a steady player on the circuit. I think he's got to be looking for that next step now, which is to get himself in the top 32. He's had those good runs at the World Championship, a quarter-finalist last year.
59.
Pushing Michael Van Gerwen.
106.
Beat Max Hopp and Steve Beaton en route. But he's going to have to be the experienced man here, because
10 score.
Barauskas has had a little bit of joy this year. Nowhere near got the experience of the Lithuanian number one, Darius Labanauskas.
24. Lithuania required 96.
Labanauskas, who played in Salzburg in the World Series in September, needs double 18 for Lithuania for 2-1. Another hold of throw. Double 9 the target. Beautiful finish from Labanauskas. 2-1 they lead. Still waiting for a break of throw in this pairs contest. First to 5 legs. Makes progress to round 2.
25.
You see the captain of the team, you see Darius Labanauskas throws first in every leg. He finished the leg and starts. There's no alternative throw.
131.
Captain who you nominate throws first.
Labanauskas seems in a nice rhythm now, Mark.
100.
Yeah, that's what we expect in Nigel. I mean, Wayne mentioned it previously. He's the man you look to in this tie. He's
140.
most experienced, the best player of the 4. These guys for Gibraltar still progressing. Played on the JDC tour, on the development tour.
45.
And I kind of like the fact that they've just come in together as a team and not, one staggered in with Dyson and the other one. Just throw them in there and see what they've got. And they've acquitted themselves well here. There's some nervy darts, but
yeah, very much so. It's a big moment for both players, and certainly reading comments in prep for this tournament and the build-up. Of course, last night Latvia were called up late when China
96.
couldn't make the journey, even though their visa was sorted yesterday. They were turned away, so Latvia brought in. Now, Gibraltar have an opportunity to tidy up here.
100.
Is that the right way to tidy up?
Lithuania require 150.
50 anyway.
Labanauskas may stay on the treble 20. Thought he might have done with the guy that's there, so it's Craig Galliano.
58.
So levels up again at 2 apiece, 18 or 10.
Got to go.
Finish with his first start to get Gibraltar's only leg so far.
Big shot.
30.
Big miss.
Lithuania require
Well,
48.
this could be a break of throw for the first time, and one break could be a huge moment. And Mindaugas Sparauskas has made a hash of that, but he's got the 9, needs double 16.
32.
Big moment, big moment.
20.
He's missed big numbers on a couple of occasions now, so that he started the game pretty relaxed, but the nerves have crept in, jumping up to double 5.
Game shot on the full play. Gibraltar.
Justin Hewitt levels up the game again. I think West Bray just
Fifth leg.
having a
Lithuania
little word of the
throw
players, making
first.
sure that they don't walk back down the hockey, but Lithuania missed a big opportunity there, Nige.
Yeah, absolutely, and a break of throw can be so pivotal in a short format. 1st to 5
137.
legs. You know, it's quite simple really. If Lithuania had gone 3-1 up and held, they were 1 leg away from the match. But fair play to the Gibraltar duo. Peg back to 2 apiece, and it's a good game. It's a good way to open the tournament, Mark.
81.
It is, and it illustrates the pairs format as well. You can see already that Lithuanians are becoming quite reliant on Darius Labanauskas. I know there's been a 180 from Labanauskas, but he hasn't chipped in at the back end of the leg, and that's where, as the game gets closer, the pressure will mount on Darius's shoulders. So it's key that the Gibraltars just stay in touch.
58.
And that in the previous leg was crucial for them, and they survived a scare, but so they'll acquit themselves really well.
100.
Let me ask you, Mark, as a finalist twice with Wales, with Barry Bates and Gerwyn Price. Mark, what's your own mentality like for pairs?
130.
Format? Do you just focus on playing your own game? Do you concentrate on your colleague, your partner, or how do you approach it? How different is the dynamic of pairs action?
95.
It can be different based on how you're playing. I mean, I remember on a couple of occasions I played really poor, so then you invite pressure and you wonder what your partner's thinking, but other times you can pull your partner along and you can become the captain of the team, and it's exactly what this gentleman's doing here. Darius Labanauskas, he is putting in a captain's performance. He's being steady at the end of a leg, and he is the telling factor at the minute.
He is. He's the leader. Labanauskas. Now, that was a good start by Gibraltar, though, to be fair, to get the tongue with the first visit. They can't afford to be broken here, Gibraltar. They cannot afford to be broken here, because then Lithuania will have the darts for the match. So vital that Gibraltar hold.
Just hold on to their coattails. The man just in the picture there, Craig Galliano. A contract with the Lincoln Red Imps, Gibraltar football team. They built Speak Celtic a few years ago in the Champions League.
That's right, midfielder or a left back. You're a handy footballer yourself on a Monday night, aren't you, Mark?
125.
What, left back in the dressing room?
I'll set you up for the night.
Thank you very much indeed. The old ones are the best.
95.
These two, the winner of this match, will keep a close eye on England v the Philippines later on, because the winner will play the winner of that tie. Reminder that singles rubbers come in the next round. 2 singles and then a pairs if needed to decide the matchup.
Match 7, England versus Philippines. Michael Smith and Rob Cross for England Lawrence Ilagan and Noel Malikdem for the Philippines.
25.
We've got a game on here though. Lithuania 3-2 up. It's a very, very important passage of play now here. Is he going to stay down?
The way you're thinking, Pairs, I think the two Gibraltans will be thinking now, and no disrespect to Darius's partner, but thinking they could possibly have 6 at this 70, because he has been a bit erratic at the finishing aspect in the match. If he gets a chance, doesn't even get a chance. Great finish from Galliano, and we're level again, 3 apiece. And if they just hang on to the coattails of the Lithuanians, they will get a chance to break through, and who knows, effectively best of 3 legs now.
That was some finish under pressure. And look what it means to him as well. Tremendous. A reminder, both the Gibraltar players are only 18 years of age.
30.
That qualifying over 6 events, and Galliano and Hewitt won 2 events apiece to put themselves above Dyson Paradis and Dylan Duo. Galliano won event 6 to top the rankings.
40.
A reminder, Paradis has been an ever-present in the World Cup until now.
Yeah, and you'd have to argue as well, I think it was time for a change, as well as Dyson's done for Gibraltar and darts. One last 16 appearance, and that was in 2015. It was maybe time to see some new faces and a couple of youngsters as well. These could be
81.
A future pairing for years to come for the Gibraltar team. Making a great account of themselves here so far on debut.
9 ever-presents in the World Cup of Darts before this tournament. That will go down to 6.
97. Lithuania require 144.
Now 144. But they've got plenty of time on this. Gibraltar not on a finish, so Labanauskas switching now for the setup.
96.
For his partner Barauskas, who's going to be back after these 3.
Just the Gibraltans just giving the Lithuanians a bit too much of an easy ride on their own throw, and something's got to give. Within the 7th leg,
Game shot in the
7 legs played and 7 holds of throw.
And now Gibraltar know it's win or bust in this leg. Effectively, this is to stay in the tournament and take us to a decider. That's not the best of starts. Great recovery down for treble 19. How important was that 93. Second dart mark?
Yeah, just to find one big treble in a leg that you have to win to stay in the World Cup. It was an important switch from Hewitt.
Yeah, both Gibraltar players signed up to a management team. Both off to Q School. Seen some glimpses today.
96.
Top-notch players.
They've used the JDC tour, haven't they, to their advanced and development tour. All the hard work from Steve Brown and his team.
81.
Yeah, brilliant.
Steve Brown probably watching at home, proud watching these two make a great account of themselves, and yeah, they're not done here yet.
Not by a long way.
100.
I know averages are very rarely as good in pairs as the singles, of course. Lithuania up at 87. Not bad for pairs action, I would suggest, and a 140 from Labanauskas. That's 3 140s and a couple of 180s. Gibraltar haven't hit a 140 yet.
58.
And that visit without the treble could be the opening the Lithuanians need in this leg. There he finds another one.
81.
Just seemed to delay his last dart there, Webby. Just seemed to hesitate a little bit. I don't know.
Maybe a bit of a last-minute thing, just having a little check of the score.
Yeah.
Should have known, just a straight turn. Should have stayed there.
81.
And that could be costly from Hewitt if they come back. Labanauskas to finish the job.
Oh. 41 left. He's missed the 9 that would have left double 16.
Between them, that's the 3rd time they've done this in this match, and
85. Gibraltar
Have to tighten up.
73.
Yeah, a player of his quality after that first start. Double 8 for Gibraltar to take us to a deciding leg. Big moment, double 4.
65.
Opportunity for Lithuania to reach round 2.
16.
It's over to you, Mindaugas. Barauskas.
Barauskas to book a place
Game.
in the last 16 for the third time for Lithuania, and he does that. There was only one breaker throw, but that's all it took. A 5-3 victory for the Lithuanians. They will advance to face either England or the Philippines in the next round. Credit to the Gibraltar duo for job done for Labanauskas and Barauskas.
Programmet presenteres av NordicBet.
Spiller du alltid med hjertet på Norge? Drives det av statistikk og fakta? Er du typen som better live og går all in? Eller casher du ut når nervene tar over og kampen blir litt for spennende? Uansett hvor eller hvordan du better, finner du dine spill hos oss. Sett inn 100 og spill med 600. Hvordan better du? Mobilebet.com.
Det er duket for Det Klassiker, kampen mellom de to største klubbene i Bundesliga. Samtidig er det også en duell mellom to av verdens beste spisser. Erling Braut Haaland mot Robert Lewandowski.
Haaland chipper den i kassa! Robert Lewandowski!
Se Dortmund Bayern München direkte på Viaplay og V-Sport 1. Lørdag fra klokken 17:30.
I'm Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man Collection. Strøm alle filmene nå på Viaplay. Programmet presenteres av NordicBet.
Welcome back. It is a straight shootout in the first round of the World Cup of Darts. Lithuania winners in our first match, but the teenagers from Gibraltar certainly gave them a run for their money. 5-3 Lithuania winners over Gibraltar. Plenty more action still to come. Portugal up next in their first ever appearance at a World Cup against Hungary. The darting All Blacks New Zealand to come as well. Northern Ireland up against Canada. Belgium take on the Czech Republic. Hosts and the 8 seeds Austria take on the USA. Then the top seeds England take on the Philippines, and closing out this afternoon's session, Italy take on Spain. And this is how the draw looks. And how about this? If England make it through to the second round, they will take on Lithuania. Wayne Marsell is with me. Wayne, I suppose it went the way we thought it would in the end, but Gibraltar were pretty good there.
Yeah, the result was the way we thought, but not actually the performances of the Gibraltars. I thought they were superb, and forget averages, like sort of late 70s, the way that two 18-year-olds just took to the stage. They looked confident enough. They didn't hit the big scores, but they wasn't erratic. There wasn't spraying darts everywhere. There was a lot of 59s and 60s thrown in. You can see that they've got potential. And what Mark Webster said was, I thought was bang on, that they could be the team for maybe the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years, maybe longer. But I thought Barauskas did a good job as well. But you could see that the most accomplished player was Labanauskas. The 95 was accomplished. It was good. It was quality. The setting up play. And there was one thing he did there at the last knock-ins where he wanted 101, hit the 60, then kind of hesitated a bit. He was thinking of his partner. All he was thinking of doing was leaving his partner's favourite double.
Yeah.
That's probably a bit of an error. So he might have to want to change that. You've got to play your natural game. Don't keep worrying about what you're leaving, because in an ideal world, you take that out anyway. You don't want to leave anything.
Yeah.
You want 0 remaining, because then you move on to the next leg or you win the match. So, but all in all, it was a good performance. And England have got a tough task against the Philippines. If they do get through that, then the Lithuanians await. Yeah, it's tough.
And just back on Gibraltar for a minute, not having a crowd, does that help the less experienced teams?
Do you know, I think it does. I do. There's those that fancy it. There's those that want it, the crowd. But they're normally the more experienced players, like your Gedwin Price, Michael van Gerwen, probably a few others who I can't think of right now. But when there isn't a crowd, they're not kind of baying for you to hit or miss, are they? So that pressure definitely it kind of eases in a way. So maybe that did help the two youngsters. And when I say youngsters, I mean kids. And the way that they play, brilliant, and testament to their belief and testament to what they're doing, because whatever they are doing is the right thing.
Oh, loads more still to come here from Austria. This is Hungary warming up. They take on Portugal next. Portugal in the World Cup for the very first time. That's to come.
Programmet presenteres av NordicBet.
Hey, you know that place? That place where you don't want to be.
They are showing the fortitude that you need to win a title.
Freiburg, still without a win in Leipzig. But this time, they're gonna take the Bulls by the horns.
Sensational defending.
Will their losing streak come to an end? RB Leipzig versus SC Freiburg.
Nyt prisbelønte filmer på Viaplay.
I don't think those billboards is very fair.
Du finner alltid en film til. Strøm nå!
Håndballgutta fortsetter kvalifiseringen til EM i 2022. Et mesterskap som skal spilles i Ungarn og Slovakia.
Sagåsen gjør det for Norge.
Nå er Italia motstander for Christian Berges utvalgte, og kampen spilles på bortebane i Pescara.
Herlig start på VM-hoppet!
Se Italia-Norge direkte på Viaplay og V4, søndag fra klokken 17:30.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Welcome back. We have one team already through to this second round, Lithuania, with a 5-3 win over Gibraltar. Next up, it is Portugal, a massive moment for them on their World Cup debut. Up against Hungary, let's head to our MC, John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome. You've joined us live on Sky Sports from the Salzburg Arena here in... Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Bet Victor World Cup of Darts. It's time now to meet the players. Would you please welcome Team Portugal and Team Hungary?
Right, well, let's take a little look at these two countries. Yes, that is coming up next. A massive moment for Portugal and the two Joses. Let's head to our commentary team of Laura Turner and Wayne Marsell.
Well, some fascinating stats there on the countries, and this should be a fascinating game. Jose de Souza and Jose Marquez making their World Cup debuts, but let me tell you, Jose de Souza is a potential champion of anything in weighting. Won 2 Pro Tour events, a European Tour winner. He is capable. 9 darter just last week. He's very, very good, so watch out for him. But Kovac and Vegso, they have played in the World Cup before for Hungary. But Laura, they've played in the World Cup before, but never as the partnership they are now with other partners. So whilst they have experience, not together.
Yeah, and pairs is so different, isn't it? I mean, quite often it's how the two will gel. They may be the best two in the, in their representative country, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll play well together or play well at pairs overall anyway. So it's an interesting competition because it throws up so many different results sometimes.
Yeah, the dynamic changes. It really does. You get a lot of players, especially those that have played in the PDC for a long time, that won't play hardly any pairs events whatsoever. Back in the BDO days, the British Darts Organisation,
first leg Portugal to throw
it was a staple. We used to play every week and we used to love it. But you can get put out of your rhythm. Well, these are the first darts that Portugal have ever thrown in the World Cup. And kind of rightly so it goes to Jose de Souza, because he's the best Portuguese player, I'm going to say, that we've ever seen.
137.
Yeah, and a comfortable start there for Hungary.
Decent start so far for the players that have had a shot. All you want to do, your opening gambit, you just want it to be controlled. You don't want to kind of feel like, because you're throwing last or second or third, that, right, I'm not as good as the fella that's just gone before me. You don't want to start to feel inferior after your first 3 or 6 darts.
100.
There's a real opportunity. Opportunity is probably the wrong word, but to actually put too much pressure on yourself. Not only are you playing for your country, you're playing with someone else that you don't want to let down. You also don't want to let yourself down. There's just so many different dynamics, as you say, to a pairs match.
And it does all come into play. We normally see more emotion in this event than even in the World Championships.
66.
Because of all those things you just mentioned, and it's fantastic to watch, and it's intriguing this year. England and Holland had the monopoly, but no more, because Scotland won last year with Gary Anderson and Peter Wright, who are not here to defend. That goes to Robert Thornton and John Henderson. 100 to 1. 100 to 1.
I just think these competitions, 2020 has proven they are quite open at the moment.
57.
Well, 2020 is going to be one of those things, you know, where people in years gone, it's like, that'll never happen. Well, you can never say that now, because you just say, year 2020, anything's possible.
Anything.
90.
Absolutely anything.
Which will require 180.
So, what can Marquez do? I hate that way for 118. Should if you're at the 54, you need to go for
38.
Another treble to leave
Hungary require 90.
a double. So what can Vegso do? What do you fancy? 54?
I go 54.
Oh, he went the big 4. I don't always agree with that way. It doesn't leave you a double. This is the thing I was saying about rhythm. From the very first dart, to me, he never seemed to have any. Well, this is how this format changes you. I can absolutely assure you, if this was a singles match, Jose de Sousa would have gone tops. That's what he does. But he's clearly thinking of his partner. He's clear. To be fair, he's done the right thing.
60.
Of course, 2 darts, 80. He did the right thing.
Definitely did the right thing, you know. But yeah, you are right. You have to think about what your partner may or may not like to go for as well, especially if you feel like de Sousa, he is the stronger of the 2 players.
100.
I mean, arguably the strongest player out there at the moment on the stage. So you've got to think what's right for the both of you.
Yes, that's right. We've seen
96.
Kovac before and Vegso.
Kettle of fish playing at the World Cup, isn't it?
Yeah. The winner of this match 41. Will take on Austria or Team USA. So many capable players now, and now this tournament has grown over the decade. It's been incredible. There used to be, oh, they'll win 5-0, they'll win 5-1. Now it's difficult to actually call a winner, let alone a scoreline.
Yeah, well, during my prep day yesterday, I went kind of all the way back through to 2010 to see it, and you're right, the dominance of England and the Netherlands throughout the years is just, it's gone. But that's a testament to how good the other countries are that are now coming through.
Yeah, I agree. He's looking for 60-60 ball. After not being able to get to the treble 20, the next best thing for his partner, if he gets a shot of course, is Kovac can take this out, not now. So for a 2-0 lead,
63.
Marquez.
Portugal, you require 42.
2-10. What way do you fancy? 6 even?
Nope, 32.
10 score.
Just felt the tension creeping in there.
97.
I'm not sure he went for the 10, you know. I think he might have gone for the 6. 57. Double 9. Oh, he's okay.
57.
He's so tall, he kind of looked like
Portugal,
he was looking
you require
down.
32.
Big moments coming up here.
I'm just blocking it slightly. So double 8.
Game show on the second leg.
And eventually it was comfortably done for Portugal to take a 2-0 lead in this race to 5.
Russ Bray just telling all the players to walk back
Third
to
leg,
his
Portugal
side,
to
the right.
throw
That's purely
first.
because
Game
of
on.
the television cameras. With 4 players up on the stage as well, the space is limited, but you really can tell that this man, he is the one with the composure. He is the one that knows he's the best player up there, and do you know what? They know he is as well.
Yeah, and rightly so. I mean, it's the last couple of years,
45.
and actually, especially this lockdown period of 2020, he's just been phenomenal.
During the lockdown where we didn't play, I was phenomenal.
Didn't you win a World Cup?
I forgot, I won 2. I won 2. I won more in darts through not playing. That sums my career up nicely. Technically,
60.
Kovac, he does a lot right. He really does. There's hardly any body movement at all. If he was to just lift that elbow a little more, he wouldn't need to force it as much.
95.
Whereas Vexo, like I said, I've been impressed with him previously, but there's just too much of a dip for me, hence the low darts time and time again.
60.
They're asserting themselves, Laura, aren't they? The Portuguese, they're doing a good job.
100.
They are, and actually I'm quite impressed with Marquez as well.
Yeah.
Considering really this is the biggest game that he would have realistically been playing, and yeah, holding his own, keeping his nerve.
Yeah, whilst the stats are nothing to kind of put in the ledger as amazing, it's decent. The Hungarians are just not scoring
100.
big enough
you
to
require 81.
cope with Marquez and De Souza. He's not going to go for bullseye, is he?
48.
And that's a strange one on me, considering what we were speaking about in the first leg about setting your partner up, because he didn't have to go for it.
Yeah. Let me tell you what that was. Wrong. That's what it was.
32.
I'm agreeing. I'm with you on that.
33.
So instead of wanting a double, he needs to set it up for double 8.
Game show on the third leg.
Jose De Souza did previously was absolutely bang on. Spot on.
Game on.
Look, they feel pretty comfortable now because they know they're a better partnership. They know that they're playing better than the Hungarians. Yes, it can change.
43.
Of course it can. But you just feel that Jose and Jose know that this is theirs. This is theirs if they just carry on. But don't carry on like that.
81.
A bit of a rare slip there from De Souza. But good.
One treble a visit.
96.
So many difficult matches to call this evening and
60.
tonight as well, and will be over the weekend. There's going to be oodles of darting drama over the next 3 days.
101.
If you're like us, you're going to watch everything unfold. If you at home have got a clear-cut winner in your mind, then you've worked it out a lot better than I have. Impossible.
Yeah, no, it's a tough one to call this time. It really is. I mean, you've got statistical favourites, obviously, based on the rankings, but that just doesn't always go to plan.
That's why we play the events.
Yeah.
It's a better scoring leg from Kovac and Vexo.
One run out, 40.
And that was the first 140 of the match.
43.
Yeah, which when you consider the prowess and the scoring of D'Souza, where we normally see him as an individual, that's actually quite a surprise.
It is. He likes this way for 1-2-1. He just doesn't care what he does.
71.
No, it's actually 81, Russ. That's it.
81. Hungary require 138.
He's playing his singles game, which you kind of have to a point, because otherwise it can lead to hesitation, it can lead to missing, but you still have to think of your partner, you really do.
And you've got to wonder if it was D'Souza thrown again, if he'd go, double 18, double 2.
Well, say the last up would have gone out of the board, it would have left 76, and then you've put your opponent, your partner under pressure. So I'm not going to say he's not a team player, D'Souza, but I'm going to say that he's not a team player.
Portugal to throw first. Game on.
No, but I think, especially as rounds go on, if Portugal keep this up, looks like they're going through, then D'Souza's going to need to have that selfish streak in him, so he brings out the best in himself, because he's not scoring as powerfully as we normally see.
95.
No, he's not. So, yeah, we've mentioned it, haven't we, the dynamics. Full zip at the moment, and it's been beyond comfortable. Not had a double. The Hungarians have really not looked like winning a leg, and Portugal have not nicked anything. They've just been a lot better than Kovac and Vexo.
One run out, 40.
Yeah, and a second one for 40 the match, but first one for Hungary. They're going to want to get down to a double, aren't they? They're going to want to get something on the board and come out of this with something.
Yeah.
One run out, 34.
This is not being condescending when I'm saying this, but winning a leg just gives them something to grab onto and think, right, we've done something right.
100.
We've all been beaten to nil before, and it's not pleasant. Just winning that one sometimes can. Well, do you know what? If I do that again,
You'd be right. Yeah, I mean, I've been on my fair end of whitewashes. And you're right.
37.
And that's going to hurt. This is a big shot here now.
This has to go. Really, it simply has to go.
And he's just dropping, isn't he? He's just dropped quite a few times on those trebles.
65.
They both have.
Portugal, you require 40.
So can the main man hit tops?
Game.
That is a comprehensive win. 85 average. It wasn't brilliant by any means, but it was solid, and it was too good for the Hungarians. Jose and Jose are through to the second round, where they will play Team USA or Austria.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Spiller du alltid med hjertet på Norge? Drives det av statistikk og fakta? Du typen som better live og går all in? Eller casher du ut når nervene tar over og kampen blir litt for spennende? Uansett hvor eller hvordan du better, finner du dine spill hos oss. Sett inn 100 og spill med 600. Hvordan better du? mobilebet.com.
I'm Spider-Man.
I didn't think I was gonna have to save the world this summer.
This life is not an easy one. I've made enemies. Powerful enemies. Put those I love in danger.
You're a wanted man, Peter Parker.
Looks uncomfortable.
It gets kind of itchy.
The Spider-Man Collection. Strøm alle filmene nå på Viaplay.
Håndballgutta fortsetter kvalifiseringen til EM i 2022. Et mesterskap som skal spilles i Ungarn og Slovakia.
Sagåsen gjør det for Norge.
Nå er Italia motstander for Christian Berges utvalgte, og kampen spilles på bortebane i Pescara.
Herlig start på det innhoppet.
Se Italia-Norge direkte på Viaplay og V4, søndag fra klokken 17:30.
Rainbow. Touchdown. My goodness. This one is caught for the touchdown. Metcalf to the 5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Gesicki. And the pass to Isabella. Caught for the touchdown.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Welcome back. A big moment for Portugal on their World Cup debut. They are into the second round after a 5-0 win over Hungary. So as you can see, two teams already into the second round. Lithuania with a 5-3 win over the teenagers from Gibraltar. Portugal with that 5-0 win over Hungary. The darting All Blacks, New Zealand, they're up next against Denmark. Northern Ireland, the number 4 seeds, will take on Canada. Belgium, Dimitri van den Berg and Kim Huybrechts up against Czech Republic. Austria, the hosts, take on the USA. Top seeds England take on the Philippines. And Italy close out the afternoon session against Spain. And this is how the draw looks. Like I said, two teams already through to the last 16. Lithuania there, and they will meet either England or the Philippines in the second round. Portugal also through, where they'll play either the host Austria or the USA. Right, it is now time for our third match of this afternoon. New Zealand up against Denmark. Let's head to our MC, John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action, coming to you live on Sky Sports from the Salzburg Arena here in Austria. It's the Bet Victor World Cup of Darts, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, live on Sky Sports, where it's time to meet the teams. Ladies and gentlemen, it's New Zealand and Denmark.
Made the quarterfinals last year, New Zealand's best ever finish in the event. Let's take a closer look at the two countries. go. New Zealand up against Denmark. Let's head to our commentary team of Mark Webster and Wayne Mott.
Thanks, Emma. Yes, it's New Zealand and Denmark. With Denmark, we've got Per Larsen and his most current partner, Niels Henso. It's amazing, really, Mark, when you think about it, that Per Larsen, this is his 8th different partner in 10 years. Whilst he has been the mainstay, they've kind of underwhelmed in World Cups, because we know Per Larsen, he's got pedigree throughout the decades. They've only made the last 16 twice, and like Emma quite rightly said, New Zealand quarter-finalists last year. It should be a decent game, but I don't know about you, but I just feel that Cody Harris and Halpai Puha just have that little bit more quality.
I'm with you there, Wayne. I do like this New Zealand team. I've been impressed with Halpai Puha. He's qualified for the World Championship, so he will be at Ali Pali in December. And Cody Harris sort of committed himself over here dedicated himself over here for a few years now. He's had a few Challenger Tour wins, not quite made it onto the main tour, but he burst onto the scene in the World Cup in 2017, where he had Scotland in all sorts of bother. An incredible performance, but yeah, they are definitely the stronger side, and as good as Per Larsen's been over the years, it just illustrates the depth in Denmark just isn't there in terms of his partner. There's just been too much chopping and changing, no real sort of team relationships built up with the Danish side.
Yeah, impossible to gel when your partner's in and out. Is it going to be the New Zealanders, whose capital is Wellington?
150.
Are they going to put the boot in? Get what I did there? It's good, that.
I like that, Wayne. I like that.
Thank you, mate.
Scribble that off my notes, and I was going to say it in the next slide.
43.
And Cody Harris has kept chipping away on the Challenge Tour. He does get the odd call up to the main tour. He qualified for the World Series of Darts finals. Beat Chizzy in the first round, eventually going down to Darren Ernie, but hasn't had the success I think he'd have hoped for. It's a big jump to make.
Yeah, the winners of this tie will play Northern Ireland or Canada. They've got a bad team this year, the Canadians.
Jeff Smith, I think had some travel issues getting over here. He did sort of fly out in the end. His original flight got cancelled, so I feel a bit for Jeff, because he got his tour card in January, and you feel he's probably at the best stage of his career in terms of playing, and the year's been stop-start. It has, but
60.
He's done okay.
167.
Canada again.
They're playing with Matt Campbell this year. Right now, the New Zealanders in control of this first leg, barring a 180. It's been around since it seems like the mid-80s.
43. New Zealand Uruguay 112.
He was a youngster, Wayne, going to the Welsh Open in around 2005 and just watching, not knowing him, and he went on to win it that day and went on to debut at the Lakeside that year. But you just get the impression that he's never really committed himself to a full season on tours. That's why we occasionally see him at the Worlds, we see him at the World Cup, on the European Tour in Denmark, but
game on.
Doesn't pop up around on the tour. You get the impression he's just happy doing what he's doing, and he's had a relative bit of success.
Puha doing the job there, taking out the 112 in the opening leg. That will settle him. Yeah, I think it's been difficult for Per Larsen, because he is the best Danish player, but he's not, and this is not putting him down, he's not of a quality where he could have joined the tour years ago and made a real run at it. He's had his moments, but they're just few and far between because he couldn't commit, and that's a shame for him, because he has been the mainstay of Danish darts for decades.
A couple big victories at the Ali Pali, defeating three-time world champion John Parr, and he actually beat Terry Jenkins, despite Terry Jenkins at a 9-darter.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. What an afternoon that was. Same afternoon as Kyle, wasn't it?
It was funny as well. Terry Jenkins, can you imagine leaving there with 30 grand, gets a text 15 minutes later, it's now 15. Why does it always happen to me? The famous Terry Jenkins line. I did chuckle at that one.
108.
Very good, yeah. He likes that. It's excellent from Niels Henso.
Niels Henso has played a bit on the challenge tour the last couple of years, had a go at the Q score, but never really made major inroads.
100.
They won the World Cup last year, but they were routed in the first round by the Scots.
They had 105 average, the Scots, in that game, so no wonder why they were routed.
Didn't turn out to be that bad a defeat in the end, because Scotland went on to win the title.
Well, Pers missed. Is Cody going to let him off?
60.
They'll be annoyed at that.
Mark, you require 20.
When that first dart goes in, Mark, you really fancy it as a player, don't you?
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's a nice finish, 100, even though you've got to find the trouble. You're around the same target, you're not deviating from the 20 segment, but they may get another go here, and they're going to get another go. And I said this in the first game, you kind of you feel reliant on Per's shoulders, because the inexperienced player may miss the odd double, and Puhai took out the 112 with 3 clean to double New Zealand's lead here.
Yeah,
it does do that, and they're now in a commanding position. That's a break of throw,
New Zealand to throw first.
and that's a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Enso at a 180 in that leg, but couldn't do all the damage and hit the outer ring double 10 to make it 1-1.
96.
So now they're under pressure massively. They haven't won a game, the Danes, for the last 3 years.
41.
They've actually only won 1 game in the last 6, so they really are under it again.
On the flip, the New Zealand side have been improving. They had that run to the quarters last year, which followed a similar draw pattern, really. They were due to face Northern Ireland, the seeded team, in the second round last year, but South Africa did a job on them, so maybe the case again this year, because it's not a gimme for Northern Ireland against Canada later on.
41.
There's so many games like that for me, and when you just look down the draw, there's so many that you think, yeah, they can win it, but they might lose first round. They can win it, but they might lose first round as well. Difficult this year. Intriguing.
I do like the Republic of Ireland Australia game. I think you quoted it well in the Grand Prix. We called Chizzy an unseeded seed, and you'd have to argue that's the same case for the Australians this year.
59.
It's a strong team, and they are only unseeded because Damon Hetter's only 10 months into his tour card.
Yeah, correct. And he's won on tour. That's how good Hetter is. I know they're 2-0 up, the New Zealanders, but I just get the feeling that neither of them are happy right now. They're not flowing. Of course they're not, because that's the format. That's what it does to you. But I just don't feel like they're oozing any confidence whatsoever.
No, they do look a bit flat, don't they? But at the same time, 2-0 up. Their opponents are averaging just above 60, so there's no threat. There's nothing to sort of kick them into gear. So they're doing more than enough. And
99.
I played in this round a couple of times, and you never come off their way and think, I've played well there. You just think, get through it.
Get through it. Yeah.
And that literally is what the first pairs game is about.
I've seen many a player come off of a... that's another great finish from Puhai. He's hit the double in each of the 3 legs. He's taken 112 and 100 as well. But yeah, I've seen players come off stage, Mark, after winning what they class as a stinker, and they're giving it, that's pathetic, that was ridiculous. My comment is always, imagine playing like that and losing. And it's right, it's getting the win, that's all it is.
And I always felt when you win that first pairs game as well, you'd say to your partner, whether it was Gerwin or Richie, Jamie, just now we've got margin for error. You've got a little room for error tomorrow or in the next round if you do return, because there's that singles rubber element, and the pairs is there if you need it now beyond the first round. Just in start fact about Hippo Puha. He plays golf, helped him transition to dart, and something you can relate to him, I take.
Yeah, it's very similar. The stance, the backswing, the follow through, the alignment.
140.
Yeah, I get it. There's a target there to be hit.
I
find that with Cody a lot with his last start. He just walks that little bit, but because his elbow is always resting so low, the dart is going to go low most of the time. And if he does throw a poor one, it's normally the last one.
Good setup play from Hensel there, and this is a leg they desperately needed, and they're producing their best leg of the match. Potential 13 darter coming in for the Danes here. Just keeps them onto the coattails of the New Zealand pair.
I've been quite impressed with Henso, Mark. I know he hasn't been doing it consistently, but some of his work has been good. As Larson
to throw first. Game on.
Wins the first leg for the Danes in the 2020 World Cup.
Cody Harris knows that
125.
a couple of holes to throw you home and hose, and even if the Danes get the break back, they've still got the insurance that they've thrown first, so technically
85.
A double break in that sense, and there won't be any alarm bells even though the Danes have got a leg back.
Good last start. Nice controlled stuff from Halpai Puha.
Doesn't give anything away, Puha, does he? No. Just literally motionless. He's focused on the job in hand. And
there's Cody. He tells you when he's disgusted by his look. Won't be disgusted with that. Yeah, if we just have a little look at the size of Per Larsen's darts, they're quite heavy. Have you ever shook hands with him, Mark?
60. New Zealand, you require 100.
Played him a couple of times, and it's the old style. You wouldn't give him the wet fish handshake after a game. You wouldn't dare, would you?
Yeah, it'd break you in two. It's like he's constantly wearing some kind of baseball mitt. His hand is huge. Just working it out. Looking for a 57. At least 54, 82. It's okay. They've got plenty of time. They've just been better, haven't they?
They have. They're in control, aren't they? And the 14 dart leg that the Danes won, it was the New Zealand pair had wrote that off. They were thinking, let's get on to the next 54. Leg. And I don't think there's any panic in them at the minute, and I don't even think they're contemplating losing this match. They're in complete control. I know complacency can kick in, but
34.
Said that you're being afforded errors like that. I've seen Hippo Puha miss a big number and 2 doubles missed by Harris there, but they're just in complete control.
60.
I think if anything,
you require 20.
Puha is the most composed player on that stage. Is it all 3 doubles so far?
And again, New Zealand. Leg is Denmark to throw first. Game on.
And with the Danish pair, you're relying on Per Larsen, and I don't think he's played his best game. He'll admit that. And you have to pull something on. You see Hensel just trying to G him up a little bit there, because he knows that his partner's just not been at the races so far today.
60.
Northern Ireland are the 4th seed, and we've already mentioned they've got Canada, which is a toughie. And it's likely they're going to play New Zealand after that if they get through. Not an easy draw at all.
81.
It's not, but you mentioned it at the top of the show, Wayne. That's how the World Cup's become like that now the last few years. It's competitive. I think you said in your previous game in commentary, there used to be a lot of 5-0s, comfortable games. they've disappeared now.
91.
Well, not completely disappeared because the previous game was fine there, but it is a lot more competitive.
Oh, I was just keeping silent because I knew what you were doing to yourself.
Almost disappeared.
Well, they're having another decent leg here, the Danes. And when they've played well, they've given themselves chances. Unfortunately, they've missed most of them. This guy, when his first dart goes in, he looks like following. He's a decent enough grouper. Unfortunately, the first dart is not always where he wants it.
The Danish player. Mid-2000s, Brian Sorensen, who won a British Open. That would have been an interesting pairing.
44. Denmark require 120.
World Championship as well.
I played with Jan Hoffmann a couple of times. My favourite Dane, Jan. I love Jan. Nice human being.
45.
He actually used to come to Ali Pali to cheer on Per Lars. He used to come along with him. Yeah, a real good guy. And
yeah, anyone that does that takes time out for their friend. Good on you. If you
438.
you well.
Denmark require 75.
So maybe to save the match. 18 for tops.
35. New Zealand require 68.
Lithuanians did that a lot in their first game, missing the big numbers. Didn't cost them, but could cost Denmark in this leg, and which would cost them a match. They've got so much work to do here. Even if Puha doesn't take out the 68, I don't think that he'll feel overly nervous going for this double. Match start number 1.
43
to the 7.
Well, I like you thought he was going to get that. He's got the previous 4 doubles for New Zealand. Well, that's 4-2.
Denmark. September gets New Zealand to throw first. Game.
New Zealand still hold a commanding lead, and quite importantly, they will throw first in this and the last leg if it goes that far.
61.
And it's funny, Mark, you can be so in control, but you still think of these things, don't you? It's like, well, at least I've got the darts twice.
Yeah, but you never want that last leg decided when you've led 4-2, and
43.
So far they've played the game really well. They've got the break and they're defending.
Treble 20. It could change everything, you know.
That's where Per Lars as a captain needs to step in. Uses that bottom dart well, and he has done. Now then.
His darts more or less lay parallel to the ground. He's a tall man as well, so he can get over them, no problem.
Oh,
that's superb from Puha, really is. Because now the pressure's on Henso to produce. And you kind of think now that one treble may not be enough. Tell you what, he's so good at following that first dart. He really is. Unfortunately, the first dart's not going where he wants it.
For once, the Danes are in a leg against Harrison Puha throw, but, well, they were in the leg. The treble 20.
437.
That'll do. There's going to be more match starts coming for Hypo Puha.
Yeah, really good setup play by Cody there.
42.
Well,
New Zealand require 60.
Kerr will know that he needed to apply pressure on this 60. Doesn't have to move over. That is clinical. Alpine Puha with finishes of 112, 40, 100. 20 and 60. It's all 5 doubles as New Zealand beat Denmark by 5 legs to 2. Impressive from the New Zealanders.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Spiller du alltid med hjertet på Norge? Drives det av statistikk og fakta? Er du typen som better live og går all in? Eller casher du ut når nervene tar over og kampen blir litt for spennende? Uansett hvor eller hvordan du better, finner du dine spill hos oss. Sett inn 100 og spill med 600. Hvordan better du? Mobilebet.com.
Det er duket for Der Klassiker, kampen mellom de 2 største klubbene i Bundesliga. Samtidig er det også en duell mellom 2 av verdens beste spisser. Erling Braut Haaland mot Robert Lewandowski.
Haaland chipper den i kassa! Robert Lewandowski!
Se Dortmund Bayern München direkte på Viaplay og V-Sport 1. Lørdag fra klokken 17:30.
I'm Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man Collection. Strøm alle filmene nå på Viaplay.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
They made it to the quarterfinals last year. New Zealand have got off to a great start this time around. A 5-2 win over Denmark. And Cody Harris and Hopai Puha are into the second round. Well, joining them in the second round are Lithuania, who had a 5-3 win over Gibraltar earlier this afternoon. Portugal also through on their debut, a 5-0 win over Hungary. And like I said, New Zealand into the second round after that 5-2 win over Denmark. Coming up very shortly, the number 4 seeds Northern Ireland take on Canada. Then we have Belgium against the Czech Republic, host Austria against the USA. Top seeds England take on the Philippines, and Italy play Spain to close out the afternoon session. And this is how the draw is shaping up. New Zealand into the last 16, where they will face either Northern Ireland or Canada. And that is what is coming up next. Let's head to our MC, John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Bet Victor World Cup of Darts, coming to you from Salzburg. It's all brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. We're live on Sky Sports, where it's time now to meet our teams. It's Northern Ireland and Canada.
ago. Got there in the end, didn't we? Northern Ireland take on Canada next. Let's take a little look at the two teams. Yeah, Daryl Gurney and Brendan Dolan, their 5th World Cup together representing Northern Ireland. They take on Canada. Let's head to our commentators, Laura Turner and Nigel Pearson.
Emma, thank you very much indeed. Yes, Brendan Dolan, an ever-present in the World Cup of Darts. Vastly experienced player. Semi-finalist with Northern Ireland in 2014 and 2016. And, of course, a World Grand Prix finalist in his career as well. Jeff Smith's son player, if he gets going, could make a very interesting battle here. Daryl Gurney got to the semi-finals on his debut 4 years ago, and as Emma said there, his 5th successive year in the World Cup, and a World Grand Prix champion and a Players' Championship finals winner along the way as well. So Northern Ireland, a good duo, but Laura, as we say, with a player like Jeff Smith for Canada, and we were speaking just a few moments ago about Matt Campbell as well. Should be a good game, this one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game. As I said before, on paper, Gurney and Dolan are seeded 4th, but Jeff Smith, Matt Campbell, if they get themselves motivated and going, I know they're both really proud to be
Northern Ireland
representing Canada,
first.
and I think they could put up a really, really tough challenge.
Kirk Bevins, the man in charge on the stage. And Daryl Gurney gets us underway.
60
for Northern Ireland. Jeff Smith is a big scorer on his day. He's got experience under his belt as well.
46.
He's a tour card holder, of course. Oh, neither side getting going really so far. What can Matt Campbell do for Canada? Got through the Canadian qualifiers in September, and it's a 2nd World Championship for Matt coming up.
59.
Only 59. It's a slow start, isn't it?
Yeah, really slow. Just feeling their way at the moment, I would say. Give them a few legs, but this format, you don't have much time to warm up. First to 5, it's cutthroat. And remember, in pairs, you've got half the amount of throws you normally would have to warm up in as well. So you want to be hitting this floor running.
140.
Better from Dolan, because it was a decent visit from Jeff Smith last time out. World Cup debut for Matt Campbell, switching down the board.
91.
Nice use of treble 17. Now, can Super Chin get going here? Not at his best so far. Short format, first to 5
85.
legs.
And they do require 130.
Smith checks the score. Treble 20 would leave the ball here.
94.
Well, Dolan's under pressure now, Laura.
Yeah, he is, and this is to hold the throw in the opening leg. You really want to go out there and just keep your throw in this short format.
Needs tops for a 117. Fantastic finish from Brendan Dolan.
Second leg is Canada to throw first. Game.
That was quality finishing, because Canada were waiting to pounce, waiting to break the throw, but Brendan Dolan delivered the goods when it mattered.
Yeah, and you can see what that meant. That's holding his throw, that's getting the first leg on the board. Now hopefully the pair of them can settle into this and we can see the darts that we're used to seeing them play.
180.
Well, an unlucky second dart for Gurney. But what about that, a 117 finish to really rescue that leg, because Canada had the hopes up of a break of throw, and of course in a short format, one break can decide a match.
Yeah, I mean, if Canada get broken here and Northern Ireland, hold their throw, they're already 3-0 down in a race to 5. So it's so important to get these, especially these first few legs. You want to be holding your throw and getting some legs on the board.
Jeff Smith, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, down the board with 3 treble 19s. Former Lakeside finalist Jeff Smith, of course, a tour card holder and a Pro Tour finalist. And Matt Campbell, can he build on that now? Double 18 to level.
440.
Smith's going to come back and have a go for Canada. Northern Ireland not on a finish.
$439.
Yeah, good visit there. Pressure for Jeff Smith here. Nicely taken. Double 8 to level it at 1 apiece between Northern Ireland and Canada.
Yeah, nice work from Canada, and a bit of inconsistency creeping in here so far for the Northern Ireland pairing.
96.
So when doing our bit of prep, one of the things that actually did surprise me the most, Jeff Smith hasn't actually, this is only his 2nd appearance, and he hasn't been here since 2013 when he paired up with John Part.
Yeah, we've seen John Part regularly in the World Cup, of course, our colleague in the commentary box.
And I think that year he was just knocked out by another one of our fellow commentators in the commentary box. Yeah, 2nd round I think they lost to Wales, which was Webby and Richie Burnett.
Did he just text you that to remind you?
96.
He has his ways of letting us know.
He certainly does. Canada averaging 102. Decent in pairs format.
434.
Nice work from Gurney down the board. More like it. He looks a little bit annoyed, Darrell, but we know that he's such a determined character. Now Dolan, who dug out that 117 finish with the first leg. What can the history maker do? Good last start. Still waiting for a break of throw in the 3rd leg of this match. 1st to 5 gets through to the 2nd round. Of course, it's pairs action today and tonight in the World Cup. 13, he's missed the 13.
81. Can do 154.
Now can Smith deliver the goods here for a break?
So treble 20 up for tops. Superb finish from Jeff Smith there. Absolutely brilliant to break the throw for the first time this match.
Wow, a 154 finish. Jeff Smith. That is quality. And now if Canada hold, Northern Ireland are in trouble.
97.
Yeah, pairs sat averaging still at the 102 mark, which, as you say, there aren't many pairs matches that you see over 100 average.
Well, 3 legs of darts, and 2 of them have been 10+ finishes. A 117 for Dolan, and that 154 for Smith. And look at that 3-dart average for Canada. Sensational.
41.
Only 41 now. Can Dolan cash in here with a big score to put pressure back on Canada? Good start. Another treble 20 would do him nicely. 140 is just at the right time for Northern Ireland.
Yeah, great response there. Another 140 for Jeff Smith. Just keeps him slightly ahead in this leg.
82.
Good treble 19 for Darrell Gurney. With the last dart, so important. Matt Campbell with the first 180 of the match takes the Canada average up to 105 in the 4th leg. They're looking like a 3-1 lead here and a 2-leg cushion, and only 2 away from the 2nd round and putting Northern Ireland out. double 16. The target now double 8.
35.
Big opportunity for Northern Ireland to steal back a leg here now, and 2 apiece. Daryl Gurney is the man. Oh, he needed 25 for the ball.
64. Canada, you require 8.
Now double 2. 3-1, Canada lead. Northern Ireland in a bit of trouble now. Got to hold their throw here. Is it going to be a very, very happy birthday for Jeff Smith of Canada? What a way to celebrate if they can see this out now.
140.
All Northern Ireland can do is try and hold the throw here and then try and break back. But Canada, with this man in form,
100.
Looking good.
He is. His throw is looking really strong, actually.
$58.
Brilliant. Nice darts from Matt Campbell, of course, and Northern Ireland semi-finalists against Holland.
80.
Dolan and Mickey Mansell on that occasion, Laura.
Apologies there. Yes, I was just saying, a quick shake of the head there from Gurney. He's just not quite finding it as well as he'd like to at the moment. And the pressure from Canada is relentless. They're really, really piling it on.
This is nice from Dolan. First 180 of the match for Northern Ireland. And it's Brendan Dolan. And Daryl Gurney is going to come back to hold the throw with a 43 finish.
Northern Ireland do require 43.
There's the 11. He needs double 16. This is a big dart now. And he knows it. Can he use that as a guide? Yes, he can. 3-2 Canada.
Canada to throw first.
Northern Ireland hanging on in there. Now Jeff Smith needs a big starter here. Could do with a treble on the first visit. Oh.
97.
That's okay.
Just seemed to over-rotate his shoulder slightly on that second dart, but yeah, steady start for Canada.
Needs another treble.
81.
Canada hold throw here. They're 1 leg away from the second round. Down the board for cover. Treble 19. He's working beautifully for Matt Campbell.
$422.
Yeah, very loose first one, but well corrected there from Dolan.
Canada still averaging a ton now.
140.
Lovely darts from Jeff Smith. He's playing really nice darts here. 101.48 Canada. Look at Gurney now, but a little deflection with the last dart there.
Canada, you require 130.
Slightly unfortunate, but Canada on 130.
$58.
No, they'll be back with Northern Ireland on 173 for another chance to break the throw.
Well, if Canada see this through at 4-2, they'll be throwing.
Canada, you require 72.
They'll be 1 leg away from the match, and Northern Ireland will be looking to just cling on to hopes of staying in the tournament. Double 6. Canada 4-2 up. Canada. Jeff Smith is at it again.
Northern Ireland to throw first.
And now huge pressure on Daryl Gurney and Brendan Dolan.
No, they've been absolutely clinical, Canada. You can see that they actually look so comfortable playing together, playing up there in this format.
99.
They look as though they're enjoying the darts. They've throwing freely. They're in a nice rhythm. Dolan's played okay. Daryl Gurney hasn't been the Gurney we know he can be, of course. And Canada know that Northern Ireland are there for the taking right now.
So last time we saw Jeff Smith, or the last time I can recall seeing Jeff Smith on our TV was back at the World Series when he came back from 5-1 down against Fallon Sherrick to actually win 6-5. We know what calibre of player he is, but it's brilliant to actually see him doing it here with Matt Campbell.
Yeah, that was in Salzburg, wasn't it? And great that 32 nations have been able to get to the Betfictor World Cup of Darts 2020. All the restrictions around the world. Snatchy first dart from Campbell.
54.
And the treble 19 doesn't work for him on that occasion. Now, Daryl Gurney needs a big score here. Switching for 19s, he gets single 7. It's all going wrong.
47.
It's all going wrong for Daryl Gurney and Northern Ireland.
We've seen a 154. 156, just a step too far, but a great opportunity here for Jeff to just set it up. They will be back with Northern Ireland on 219.
60.
They like the fist pumps, the Canadians, don't they?
They do.
59. Canada, you require
They got
96.
they got lots of fist pump about so far this match.
Yeah. Well, still go out here.
I was going to say he's not happy with that, just blocking his view slightly, so he switched for the 12s and just pulled it into a 9. But great last start there. He's managed to sort it out.
160.
Daryl Gurney to keep Northern Ireland in the tournament. Well, Canada are going to throw for double 8 for a place in round 2. Is that the last visit of the World Cup for Northern Ireland? Jeff Smith, the birthday boy. Double 8, big moment coming in here. Brilliant darts from Jeff Smith and Matt Campbell. Canada have put out Northern Ireland by 5 legs to 2 with a vintage display of pairs action in the World Cup of Darts. Brilliant. Congratulations, Canada. They go through 5-2. And coming next, it's Belgium. Dimitri van den Berg, the world match play champion, and Kim Huybrechts against the Czech Republic.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Spiller du alltid med hjertet på Norge? Drives det av statistikk og fakta? Er du typen som better live og går all in? Eller casher du ut når nervene tar over og kampen blir litt for spennende? Uansett hvor eller hvordan du better, finner du dine spill hos oss. Sett inn 100 og spill med 600. Hvordan better du? Mobilebet.com.
I'm Spider-Man. I didn't think I was going to have to save the world this summer.
This life is not an easy one. I've made enemies, powerful enemies. Put those I love in danger.
You're a wanted man, Peter Parker.
Looks uncomfortable. It gets kind of itchy.
The The Spider-Man Collection. Strøm alle filmene nå på Viaplay.
Håndballgutta fortsetter kvalifiseringen til EM i 2022. Et mesterskap som skal spilles i Ungarn og Slovakia.
Sagåsen gjør det for Norge.
Nå er Italia motstander for Christian Berges utvalgte, og kampen spilles på bortebane i Pescara.
Herlig start på VM-hoppet.
Se Italia-Norge direkte på Viaplay og V4, søndag fra klokken 17:30.
Roethlisberger, rainbow, touchdown! My goodness! This one is caught for the touchdown, Metcalf! To the 5, touchdown! Touchdown, Gesicki! And the pass to Isabella, caught for the touchdown!
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
If you're just joining us, the first seeds have fallen at this year's World Cup of Darts. A clinical performance from Canada, who beat the Northern Ireland pairing of Daryl Gurney and Brendan Dolan 5-2. So Canada into the second round, where they will join Lithuania, who closed out a 5-3 win over Gibraltar at the start of the afternoon. Portugal also through on their World Cup debut with a 5-0 win over Hungary. New Zealand with a 5-2 win over Denmark. And like I said, Canada also into the second round after a 5-2 win over Northern Ireland. Loads still to come. Belgium up very shortly against the Czech Republic. Austria, the hosts, take on the USA. And top seeds England take on the Philippines. And we have Italy and Spain as well. And this is how the draw currently looks. Canada will take on New Zealand in the last 16, and we can now hear from our Canadian winners. Jeff Smith and Matt Campbell are with Michael Bridge.
Gentlemen, many congratulations. Jeff, I'll start with you. Unbelievable, Jeff. Happy birthday. What a perfect birthday present.
Yeah, I'll take that all day long. So happy to get through that.
And Matt, it's going to be a great year. You're going to be at the Alexandra Palace as well at the World Championships.
Yes.
What did you say to each other before this? Because obviously Northern Ireland were the favourites.
It was just a matter of, like, I know how he plays, so no matter what there is left, I know he's capable of taking it out, right? So just leave him what it is.
Absolutely. And that 154, Jeff, did you feel it was going to be your day after that? That was some checkout.
Yeah, Brendan took out, I think it was a 117 on that leg, and I was sitting double, and I was thinking, just give me a crack. I knew as soon as he hit it, we had to feed him one back, and lucky enough, like I said, that 54 went in. I said, okay, we have a chance, and away we went.
And how proud are you to be representing your country here? Many will be watching at home, Matt.
I think a lot of people will be watching, and it's just an amazing experience, right? Like, so just excited to be here.
Can you enjoy your birthday tonight? Maybe a glass of beer or something like that? Just a bit of celebration? It's your birthday after all.
I almost guarantee it.
Guys, many congratulations. We look forward to seeing you in the next round.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, great to hear that. I'm sure he will be celebrating, Jeff Smith. Mark Webster joins me in the studio. Mark, looking at those stats as well, Canada with that average, pretty impressive. And Michael Bridge referred to it there, that 154 finish from Jeff Smith. A really good performance from the Canadian duo.
Yeah, it was a good team performance, and it was a captain's performance from Jeff Smith as well. I was the 154 obviously changed the game, but he played in a good vibe, and Matt Campbell as well. His debut it helped him relax. And I think it was a good team performance. They both contributed. Sometimes one player pulls the other one through, but that was the pair of them contributing, and they were deserved winners. And it's not a massive upset. We know how capable they are. Daryl Gurney and Brendan obviously favourites, but Jeff and Matt very capable.
What went wrong for Northern Ireland today?
Do you know what? They played okay. They could obviously play better, but the Canadians, I know their average finish just shy of 95, but they were up towards 100 for the first 5-6 legs of the match. It's going to take some beating in pairs, and I think Brendan and Daryl said, yeah, we could have done better, but the better team definitely won on the day, and they just got to go away now and prepare for the rest of the year.
And how far can Canada go, do you think?
Well, they've opened this section of the draw by themselves, and the other seed in this section is Belgium, and they won't be fearing them. They've got to get past New Zealand, but yeah, they'll be thinking then go quarter semis, and who knows then.
And we heard from the Belgian duo earlier of Dimitri van den Berg and Kim Huybrechts. Kim has been in a final before, back in 2013 with his brother. What are you expecting from them today?
Yeah, I expect them to play well, because the Belgians generally do with the World Cup. They've got a good record here. They don't often fall at the first phase. I mean, I don't think Kim Huybrechts ever has. So you expect them to do well. They'll be favourites for this section now, and they'll be boosted in the back room by that, because Northern Ireland are a tricky outfit, and they've gone now, so it's up to them to do their bit, but they've got a tricky tie coming up.
Yeah, they do indeed. Well, this is what is to come. Czech Republic warming up at the Salzburg Arena. They take on Belgium. That is coming up next.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Hey, you know that place? That place where you don't want to be.
They are showing the fortitude that you need to win a title.
Freiburg, still without a win in Leipzig. But this time, they're gonna take the Bulls by the horns.
Sensational defending.
Will their losing streak come to an end? RB Leipzig versus SC Freiburg.
Nyt prisbelønte filmer på Viaplay.
I don't think those billboards is very fair.
Du finner alltid en film til. Strøm nå!
Håndballgutta fortsetter kvalifiseringen til EM i 2022. Et mesterskap som skal spilles i Ungarn og Slovakia.
Sagåsen gjør det for Norge.
Nå er Italia motstander for Christian Berges utvalgte, og kampen spilles på bortebane i Pescara.
Herlig start på VM-hoppet.
Se Italia-Norge direkte på Viaplay og V4, søndag fra klokken 17:30.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Welcome back. It has been a cracking afternoon of darts so far. Lithuania through to the second round after a 5-3 win over Gibraltar. Portugal also through a 5-0 win over Hungary. New Zealand with a 5-2 win over Denmark. And Northern Ireland are out. A 5-2 defeat to Canada. Loads still to come. Up next, it is the number 5 seeds, Belgium, who take on the Czech Republic. Let's join our MC, John McDonald.
Of darts, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation Live Sports, where it's time now to meet our teams. The former World Cup finalists, Team Belgium, now take on the Czech Republic.
Belgium against the Czech Republic coming up very shortly. Let's take a little look at the two teams. Yeah, Belgium, the number 5 seeds here. Kim Huybrechts partners up with the World Match Play champion Dimitri van den Berg. They take on the Czech Republic. Let's head to our commentary team of Wayne Marsell and Nigel Pearson.
Emma, thank you very much indeed. And Belgium, of course, we know they have done well in the World Cup of Darts. Dimitri van den Berg made his debut a couple of years ago and was in the semi-finals and a quarter-finalist last year. Kim Huybrechts, of course, went all the way to the final in 2013 alongside his brother Ronnie. So we know that Belgium have got the pedigree. Czech Republic with Karol Sedlacek and Adam Gavlas. Gavlas a runner-up in the World Youth Final and lost to Dimitri van den Berg, of course. And Belgium will probably be strongly fancied, I would suggest. Wayne, how do you see it going?
Yeah, I think it'd be a tight one. I really do. I think Gavlas is progressing nicely, and I think Karol Sedlacek, for me, is probably as good as he's ever been. That said, whilst I think there could be an upset, they really are going to have to play well.
Thank
because
you, ladies and
Kim
gentlemen.
Huybrechts is doing a lot
Belgium
right. He's working hard at his game. He's changed darts recently that seem to be giving him a bit more room in that treble 20 bed. And we know about Dimitri, don't we? The World Match Play champion.
58.
So I think, personally, this could be an absolute pearler, and I hope so.
Wow, what a start from the Czech Republic with Karol Sedlacek. Wow.
He gets a lot better than that, Nige. At least it shows that these two have settled.
23.
Dimitri and Karol. Can Adam, who seems to have shot up a bit.
Well, Gavlas has qualified for the Grand Slam of Darts at Coventry.
77.
77 for Kim, so yeah, got quite a bit of experience under his belt now. Karol Sedlacek, a regular at the Lakeside, of course, and a regular in PDC Europe events.
He's played in the World Cup the last 4 years, Nige, but this is his 4th different partner. So gelling, he's not had time to. Maybe this is the partnership that will stand the test of time. Like I said, both progressing quite nicely. Technically,
100.
This kid's good, and anyone younger than me is a kid. Maybe he could have just that little bit more rhythm, but well, it's a good second dart from Kim.
93. Czech Republic require 108.
Sedlacek. Belgium then going to come forward here 92. For 50 for a holder throw in the very first leg here. Dimitri van den Berg. Double 16 for Dancing Dimmy, who we saw win that World Match Play in the summer. Nice finish
to Belgium.
Good first leg, decent first leg from both countries there, and it's Dimitri van den Berg who gets a leg on the board for Belgium.
Yeah, Karol started off with the 180, didn't he? But they didn't really enough after that. Well, Kim Huybrechts is he's just saying to Adam, mate, you're not next. It's us. And he's, like we said about Adam Gavlas, he's a big lad, and I think Kim, the little tap on the shoulder rather than moving him out the way was the preferred option.
Yeah, don't blame him. Don't blame him at all. Quite a bit of interaction between the two countries. The 4 players enjoying being up there on the big stage.
60.
There we go.
Excuse me, would you mind if I got there? Because it's my turn next. Rather than, oi, pal.
57.
Yeah, the way that Belgium won that first leg, because Kim didn't kick off great, and Karol, this man, started with a max, didn't he? So they got back into it nicely. And he's hit another one.
Czech Republic averaging 103. And
100.
looking like
Republic, they require 161.
looking like they can go one apiece here, depending really, I guess, on the next visit from Dimitri van den Berg. He needs a big
99.
number. Pressure on for a big visit here from Dimi. Not happening.
Got to go back up for a 20.
40.
Well, at least it leaves a finish.
Czech Republic, it requires 62.
Wanted. Double 16 for a level game. Double 8.
Game shot on the second leg.
Well, he had 180 in that leg and took out 62. I think they've all settled now. Belgium have never, ever been defeated in the first round. Their record is quite extraordinary. Obviously, they haven't won it. And when I say obviously, it's been monopolised by England, Holland and Scotland. I'm not sure what happened there, but Osprey was telling someone to be quiet.
Yeah, interesting that. Too much talking going on the stage, or was it somebody behind a screen somewhere? Or, well, anyway, that's a decent visit from Dimitri van den Berg.
Yeah.
One thing's for sure, we know they can't hear us.
Yes. Yeah, Belgium have reached the quarter-final or better in 8 of the previous 9 years they've played.
Still. Russ having another word, and just really about the chatter between the Czech Republic boys.
Imagine how often he would have interjected if Jockey and Eric were up there. Now that would have been fun.
That'd have been great to watch, actually.
Yeah.
92.
Yes, good setup by Dimitri. Leaves 170 again. Wants another one of those. He'd be disappointed if he only ends with a ton here. Well, that's even worse. That first start was nigh on perfect for him. That's a let-off for Belgium.
Staying up.
60.
Only 60 for Kim as well, so
109.
treble 19 would leave double 16 here, so it's not going to happen now. But there is pressure, big pressure now on Dimitri van den Berg, with the Czech Republic sat on double 8.
Big moments here, Nige. Big moments. Double 18.
74.
Rush that.
Czech Republic,
Well, I've said before
16.
today, Wayne, in commentary, that of course one break of throw can be absolutely pivotal. Double 8. That's a decent marker for Gavlas. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
require 36.
Massive let-off. Massive for Team Belgium. They are second best at this point, and they may get away with it. Working his way in. Well, this could easily go low after you drop a dart.
18.
So
Czech Republic, it requires 16.
you called it, Wayne, and it was spot on. And Karel Sedlacek now. Double 8 he gets, and it's a break of throw. And I don't think Belgium can have too many complaints about that scoreline of 2-1 to the Czech Republic. And if they can hold here, the Czech Republic at 3-1 in a race to 5 will be in a terrific position.
Yeah, Sedlacek is the difference right now. Is it 2-180s, took out 62, held it together nicely there. Kim's trying nice straight darts, unfortunately can't seem to get the weight right. If this man starts following that first dart, the Czechs will be in a real good position in a few minutes' time. They are better than Belgium right now.
Yeah, the better side for sure. Pairs action all the way today. We're back tonight, of course, for the evening session. Vandenberg. A 140, they've not hit a 180 yet. Sedlacek has hit 2 for the Czech Republic. And he's at it again here. A third! Right on cue! It's great, isn't it, when you feel like you're teeing it up in commentary.
Right place, right time. No,
right place, right time.
3 180s in 4 legs for Karol Sedlacek. Leaves 81. Oh, that's unlucky. He was being just that little bit greedy, wanting to leave 26. That's it. Ask if you are unsure. Should go for a 3 to leave 32, 49. And does.
Belgium will require 138.
If I remember rightly, Dimitri took out a 138 in the match play. He'd go for another 60. Oh, he went a different way.
113.
Double 16 for Karol Sedlacek for a 3-1 lead. Nice. They're hitting 50% at the double, the Czech Republic. 3 out of 6. Good finishing, good scoring. They're averaging 96. There's 3 180s in there from Sedlacek. And that's why Belgium are in bother.
60.
Only 60 for Kim Huybrechts.
He's been good, hasn't he, Karol?
Superb.
And he's been backed up as well. I know he's made the odd error, Gavlas, but he's, in general, backed his partner up. But Dimitri is stepping up to the plate here.
Well, Gavlas is starting to play some lovely darts now as well, and that's bad news for Belgium. Kim can't find a treble until the last start. 95.6 average for the Czech Republic, 88 for Belgium.
60.
3-1 Czech Republic lead here in a race to 5. Belgium cannot afford to slip up in this leg. Nice from Vandenberg, much more like it.
Yeah, he's doing a grand job in stopping the run of Gavlas and Sedlacek right now. Dimitri. They just need to get this done. Just take this out. Avoid drama. Oh, that's perfect. That really is. Now the Belgians have to attack. You do not want your opponents getting within a leg. You have to keep them at 2. You just feel like you've got that little bit of wriggle room. These are a fancy duo of Huybrechts and Vandenberg. This would be an upset.
How Sedlacek would love a 4th 180. A 140 would do him now. There you go. He's playing lovely darts, isn't he? Talk about scoring power.
Yeah. And his finishing has been pretty good too. Well, you hear the roar there from Kim. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty. Should switch. Well, at this juncture, that's a bit of a mess, because Dimitri Vandenberg, with his last few scoring visits, is hitting 1 or 2 trebles every time. Oh, that was a drag. That was a late one.
97.
Yeah, he got lovely first start as well there. He just couldn't follow it up.
41.
2 poor scores on the bounce from the Czech pairing.
123.
And Kim Huybrechts is in there. They're turning this around. They really are.
They're digging deep, that's what they're doing. Making life awkward for the Czech Republic here.
But they've got better, Nige. They've upped their average. Look, averages we know. They've upped it from 80 to mid-90s. They've progressed under pressure. And that's not always easy to do. So it's looking like a level game, but then
97.
They will have the darts, the Belgians. This is good, real quality game.
Winners will play Hong Kong or
59.
Latvia.
Belgium, you require 50.
Latvia, of course, replacing China. And double 16 for Kim Huybrechts for Belgium. Bouncing back in style at 3 apiece now.
7th leg, Belgium the throw first. Game on.
Nicely done. Really nicely done. Follow through. What you're saying there is, look how well I've thrown that dart. Look how good I am. I love that. Plumage! Plumage!
This is a great game.
66.
What, the sport? It's the greatest sport of all.
170.
I'm not going to argue.
Again, on a 170. This is the third time in 7 legs. It's not going to go.
98.
If
Republic require 155.
Gavlas can set it up really nicely, if he doesn't take it out, which he can now. The pressure on this 72. Straight back upstairs for a 60 to leave 16.
139.
Now, will
Belgium, you require
Sedlacek get the
72.
chance at the double 8? Or will Kim Huybrechts see through this 72? Tops for 4-3, big moment, and he's gone
32.
high. This could be huge for Karol Sedlacek for the Czech Republic, for a break of throw and to go within 1 of the match. Double 4. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
12 score.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The Belgians have got away with this. From 3-1 they got away with it. Yes, there was some good play, but there was also some misses.
Nice finish, middle of the bed. That's how it's done. 4 out of 9 on the finishing for Belgium. They're now 1 away from the match. Are we going the distance?
100.
A lot of passion in this game. A lot of passion in this game. Great reactions.
Yeah. Just calming himself down.
44.
They've dodged a few bullets in this game. They could have been beaten already, the Belgians.
Well, if they come through this, they'll feel like it was a marathon, not a short format.
45.
But I think it's going to be one of those tournaments, Nige, where teams could possibly go out first round or go on to win it. I think it's some of them are just that close to call. It should make for a fabulous event.
Oh, it's been a good start. It's been a good start so far today. We're in match 5 and we've seen some great stuff.
60.
Plenty more to come, of course. England-Philippines, the penultimate match of the day. And then, of course, we're back for more at 6 o'clock tonight for the evening session.
We've got the Team USA taking on the host nations next. Austria, RJR, Roby John Rodriguez and Monsieur Sulovic. They're fancied by some. Well, it's a brilliant visit by Gavlas. For a young man, relatively inexperienced in terms of years he's played. He's one hell of a thrower.
40. Czech Republic require 156.
3 180s for this fella. Averaging 90, Belgium averaging 92 now.
Belgium will require 164.
It's getting down to crunch time.
Well, it's going to be crunch for Gavlas.
77.
Well, a big moment for the young man.
Republic required 56.
Needs double 18 now. Huge moment, representing your country. Double 9 has to go.
47.
Belgium have the opportunity to
87.
seal the deal right now, and it's the world match play champion Dimitri Van den Berg who is going to try and take his country through. He's got the encouragement of Kim Huybrechts behind him.
Nige, this is where the lack of a crowd is helping the likes of Dimitri. The crowd would have been on his back with the time he's taken here. There's no one there to be on his back, so he can take all the time he likes.
62. Czech Republic.
Wonderful four, Sedlacek to take us to a deciding leg. There's the single one, needs double 4, big moment. If you're going to miss, that's not a bad way to miss it. Double 4, we're going into a last leg decider. Brilliant stuff from Karel Sedlacek. But Belgium now have the advantage of throw, and Kim Huybrechts looking for a big score to get us underway. Needs a treble. Lovely second dart. Can he follow that up again? Well,
100.
A ton could have been worse.
Let me tell you, that's all right. You're feeling that that's okay, because your opponents have to hit 2 trebles to gain anything on you. It's okay.
Well, 2 trebles he got, but one of them was treble 5.
100.
That's all. That's good. 2 tons to get underway.
Just make your opponents hit big uns.
Yeah.
It's a good dart from Adam. He could work in off that, you know. He'd be disappointed if he doesn't.
100.
Well, this is tight, tense tungsten. Magnificent.
Oh, this could be perfect timing from Kim Huybrechts. A 140 is definitely good timing.
100.
Only 1 treble for Sedlacek.
Well,
very much advantage Belgium right now.
Sorry, Nigel, he should have started on 19s there. You've got to think about leaving 170. You have to in any leg, but especially in the last leg decider. You've got to get it right for your opponent, for your partner. Because now
25.
he cannot take out 206. He may not have left 170 anyway. But the Belgians are holding all the aces. They want 36 for a place in the second round.
40. Belgium
just puts a bit of pressure on Kim Huybrechts now. Can he be the match winner? For Belgium he can! What a performance! What a match! They bounce back from a 3-1 deficit, and Belgium have gone through to the second round. That was a terrific effort by the Czech Republic duo. But it's Team Belgium, Kim Huybrechts and Dimitri Van den Berg, who go through to the second round. And coming next, the host nation Austria will be up against the USA.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Spiller du alltid med hjertet på Norge? Drives det av statistikk og fakta? Er du typen som better live og går all in? Eller casher du ut når nervene tar over og kampen blir litt for spennende? Uansett hvor eller hvordan du better, finner du dine spill hos oss. Sett inn 100 og spill med 600. Hvordan better du? Mobilebet.com.
Det duket for Der Klassiker. Kampen mellom de to største klubbene i Bundesliga. Samtidig det også en duell mellom to av verdens beste spisser. Erling Braut Haaland mot Robert Lewandowski.
Haaland chipper den i kassa! Robert Lewandowski!
Se Dortmund-Bayern München direkte på Viaplay og V-Sport 1. Lørdag fra klokken 17:30.
I'm Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man Collection. Strøm alle filmene nå på Viaplay.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Well, there has been darting drama in Austria this afternoon. Belgium survived a scare. Dimitri van den Berg and Kim Huybrechts coming back from 3-1 down to beat the Czech Republic 5-4. An absolute thriller at the Salzburg Arena. They are through to the second round, as are Lithuania after a 5-3 win over Gibraltar. Portugal also through on their World Cup debut after a 5-0 win over Hungary. New Zealand through after a 5-2 win over Denmark. Northern Ireland are out, the number 4 seeds beaten 5-2 by Canada. Belgium, though, through, like I said, after a 5-4 win over the Czech Republic. And this is how the draw is currently shaping up after those results. Canada against New Zealand in the last 16. Belgium also in the last 16, where they will play Hong Kong or Latvia in that next round. Now, Michael Bridge tried his very best to catch up with the winners.
Okay, cool. Okay, no worries.
Go on. Hello. It's very nice. How you doing?
You two, I'm trying to start an interview.
It's the way I like. Is it Sky Sports talking to us or
yes, it
to
is
you?
Sky Sports talking to you. And I take it you're both very happy.
No. Come on, who wouldn't be?
No, to be really honest, we didn't play well. We scraped that win. We can do 10 times better than this, but hey, best of 9, first round, a win is a win.
These headbutts, these celebration headbutts, it's a relief. You're through. That's all that matters, yes?
Yeah. Are you saying we're aggressive?
No.
Headbutts here, headbutts there?
I said to him, we're not playing pairs, we're family. Me and Dimitri are family.
We can do it anytime.
We know each other so long, and this means more to us than just playing for our country. We are playing for our family.
Yeah,
family. Van den Berg and Huybrechts have been together for years.
Yeah, so we played in the teams back in the local competitions.
This is more than playing for Belgium.
Everyone in Belgium will realise now, actually around the world will realise, just how much this means to you. You two have won so many tournaments, but looking at you, the headbutts, the hugs before, this means the world to you.
To be honest, I'm going to be 100% honest. This tournament for me is the tournament.
Most important in the year.
This is the tournament. Yes. Maybe the World Championships, but this is by far, after the World Championship, this is my tournament. This is what I love.
Come on, be honest. The World Championships sometimes is important to us, but every year again, we always talk about this.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the World Championships in Alexandra Palace. We talk about this one.
Honestly.
Always.
So before you go and celebrate, give it one more time.
All right. You know what I mean? You know what?
We got Corona? Oh no, we're both negative. That was safe.
Thank you, guys.
We really do show the positive. Come on.
It's the way you like.
It's very nice.
I think that when you can, guys.
How they do it again in the Will Smith? Hey, you got it.
See you guys later.
Well, even with the knee brace, Dimitri is still dancing. Laura Turner, with me in the studio watching that. Incredible scenes. Obviously very happy to make it through to the second round.
Yeah, very, very happy. I don't know what to make of it myself, but no, it's great to see. You know, they obviously like this competition, and rightly so. They're not just representing their country; they're doing it for themselves, and it's good to see. They were lucky to get through, and I think a lot of that may have just been relief that they've got past that first round.
And just a word on the Czech Republic as well. An 18 18-year-old in their side, like with the Gibraltars. A very good performance from Czech Republic.
Yeah, it was excellent, and actually it was almost theirs to lose. They missed quite a lot of doubles, which could have seen them cross that past before the Belgians. So yeah, to have another 18-year-old is a real testament to how well the game's developing for all levels.
And for Belgium, is Hong Kong or Latvia up next? Is that a decent draw for them?
Yeah, Latvia, I mean, they haven't had much time to prepare. Obviously, they've stepped in last minute for China, and you've got Hong Kong. I mean, another great side, but I think now that they've got that game out of the way, Belgium, they like this event, obviously, and they've had a lot of success here, both together, and obviously Kim's gone back and been a semi-finalist before. So yeah, I think Belgium may be on a roll.
And it is the home nation Austria up next. I know you're going to be in the commentary booth. Sadly, no fans at the Salzburg Arena, but what are you expecting from them?
Yeah, I still think Austria are going to be the favourite for this particular one, seeded 8th. They will have a tough match against the USA, obviously, but USA, they're so used to having Darren Young in the side. He's missing out with vertigo, so it's a bit of an unknown quantity with these two together. So again, it's 2020. We don't know what's going to happen at any point.
We don't indeed. Mensa Suljovic and Roby John Rodriguez out on the practice board. Austria up against the USA. That is coming up next.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Hey, you know that place? That place where you don't want to be.
They are showing the fortitude that you need to win a title.
Freiburg, still without a win in Leipzig. But this time, they're gonna take the Bulls by the horns.
Sensational defending.
Will their losing streak come to an end? RB Leipzig versus SC Freiburg.
Nyt prisbelønte filmer på Viaplay.
I don't think those billboards is very fair.
Du finner alltid en ting til. Strøm nå.
Håndballgutta fortsetter kvalifiseringen til EM i 2022. Et mesterskap som skal spilles i Ungarn og Slovakia.
Sagosen gjør det for Norge.
Nå er Italia motstander for Christian Berges utvalgte, og kampen spilles på bortebane i Pescara.
Herlig start på det innhoppet.
Se Italia-Norge direkte på Viaplay og V4, søndag fra klokken 17:30.
Programmet presenteres
Welcome back. This is what's happened so far this afternoon at the World Cup of Darts. Lithuania through to the second round after a 5-3 win over Gibraltar. Portugal on their World Cup debut, also through after a 5-0 win over Hungary. New Zealand a 5-2 win over Denmark. Northern Ireland, the number 4 seeds, they are out. They were beaten by Canada 5-2. Belgium came through a very close encounter with the Czech Republic to win that one 5-4. And up next it is the hosts, Austria, up against the USA. Let's head to our MC, John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome back to the action coming to you from the Salzburg Arena, Austria. And it's the Bet Victor World Cup of Darts, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, live on Sky Sports, where it's time now to meet our teams. The host nation, Austria, take on the USA.
Sadly, no fans inside the Salzburg Arena to watch Austria take on the USA. Let's have a closer look at the two teams. All right, let's get the action underway. It is Austria against the USA, and head to our commentary team of Laura Turner and Mark Webster.
Yes, thank you, Emma. And we have a rematch here from last year's last 16, where the Austrian team prevailed comfortably, but that was a team that didn't feature this man who's been out of the World Cup mix for a couple of years now, Raul John Rodriguez, reclaiming his place alongside Mensur Suljovic. And for once, they're taking on an American side that does not feature Darren Young, who's out with vertigo. He's replaced by Dan Lauby Jr., but Mensur Suljovic, one of the 6 ever presents who's played in every World Cup. But the Austrian team has had some great teams at their disposal, and they've never really achieved what they should. A couple of last 8 appearances, but I feel this has been the best partnership. They've had the best chemistry. I think Mensur will be glad to have Roby back. His form's picked up again over the last couple of years. He replaces Zoran Lerchbacher. As for Chuck Pulio, he made his debut last year. Got through the first round, like I said, were well beaten by the Austrian in the second phase. And Dan Lauby making his debut. He will also debut at the Alexandra Palace.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First
in a
leg,
couple of
Austria
months'
is
time.
first. Game on!
Mensur Suljovic to kick things off, and strong favourites, the Austrians, Laura, and will miss having that home crowd, but we expect them to have too much in this match, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I've said the same. America, I wouldn't say they're an unknown quantity, but you know, we haven't seen that much of them in this kind of level or circuit. Just a bit of confusion there as to who was throwing first for USA.
I think Mensur's making the point that him and Chuck Pulio actually did the ball in the back room, but they put Dan Lauby up to throw first. It is the prerogative of the team captain, I think, but we are reverting back. Chuck is going to throw first, and that, reminder, is the pattern for the match now. When the Austrians throw first, it will be Mensur Suljovic. When the Americans throw first, it will be Chuck Pulio, regardless of who finishes the previous leg. Here's a go. Raul John Rodriguez was facing Louis Torcard. He got to the World Championship, defeated Ricky Evans, and managed to reclaim his Torcard. And he's still not found his best form, but he is now the second best player in Austria again. Back in the mix, Zoran Lerchbacher losing his Torcard.
100.
Had a good run last year, getting to the quarterfinals.
Rodriguez himself, a World Cup semi-finalist back in 2016 and 2017 with Suljovic.
Feisty little character is Roby John.
139.
Shows a lot of passion up there, and I think he's the perfect foil for Mensur Suljovic. I think when he came into the side, Mensur seen it as him taking him under his wing, and
100. Australia
his
require
experience has helped
120.
Roby. Still hasn't achieved what he thought he would, but still got time, has Rodriguez, and he comes from a darting family. His brother Roxy and Rusty
100.
also been on the tour.
USA, you require 147.
So chance here for USA. 147.
99. Australia require 20.
Relying on errors for its opening leg to the host nation, who
Game shot
do
in the first
take
leg.
the opening leg.
To
And
Australia, second leg. USA to throw first.
would have been
Game
playing in
on.
a packed house, home crowd. Obviously the restrictions mean that first time the World Cup's been out of Germany since the inaugural World Cup, which was held
100.
in Sunderland back in 2010. So a change of host, but big change of atmosphere as well, unfortunately.
It's just the way of 2020, isn't it? This year, I think the players have adapted to it quite well and quite quickly. It's not the same, and then they've never had a home advantage before, as it's always been in Germany, so they're not missing that side of things.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a million miles from Germany, but yeah, they've never had home advantage, and never been a great turn for the Austrians.
140.
So Roby, 140, and Chuck Pulio will have horrible memories of playing Mensur Suljovic last year. They played in a singles rubber in the second round, reminded it goes to 2 singles and a doubles if needed.
60.
Mensur beat him 4-0 with 113 average. So I hope to fare a little better here.
Well, I know we're only in the second leg, but a great start really from Austria. That 180 sees them now averaging over 110.
So one good thing about no crowd, that pressure of a host nation's not really there, is it? They're playing in Austria, but that's about it. There's no home expectancy, there's no one there, and they're looking super relaxed and affording himself time. And Roby John Rodriguez here,
49.
That was for a 12 dart breaker throw. They'll be back and come flying out the blocks here.
She required
That's a bit of pressure from the USA, but 32 left for Suljovic.
Game shot.
No problem. Takes that break a throw for Austria, and they're leading the USA 2-0 in this first of 5 match.
Game on.
We've both played as underdogs before, Laura, and when you come out, you're hoping to find some little glinch in the armour of the favourites, but this will be concerning for the USA because they are being blown away. It's only a couple of legs in, but the USA have started pretty well themselves, just shy of a 90 average, but such the start of the Austrians. Already trailing 2 legs to 0, and we just get a little look at that bounce out there from Mensur. 120 points on the floor.
Yeah, as you say, the USA haven't actually done much wrong. It's just the fact that
134.
The Austrian pairing are just being, at the moment, so dominant.
They look comfortable, and it's similar to the standard, not as high, but similar to the New Zealand pair earlier. They just look really comfortable, and from the start. And
140.
like I said, the USA are playing well, and they're not going to go quietly here. They're threatening to break back. Chuck Pulio, who's played in the World Cup before and the World Championship. Dan Lauby will go to the World Championships this year.
81.
He'll be the USA representative, and he'll hope to fare better than his father did there. Dan Lauby Senior played in the World Championships on 4 occasions and never won a game. For the match play as well, I never won there, so
83.
Family, can he be better than his old man did?
USA require 144.
Another one of those.
132.
It's an effort. the spotters on their toes. They hang about. Lowby Jr. Just when you were saying they're getting blown away in the opening couple of legs, the USA have got their average up above 99 now, and to get the break straight back, that's a 13 dart break of their own.
Full flag, USA to throw first.
Great response from the pair of Pouliot and Lau, because there's a little smile there. They're enjoying themselves. They know
game on.
They've got the Austrian pair embroiled in a match here.
And like a lot of these countries, they've travelled some distance to get here. You don't want to be going out 5-0 in your first match if you've come all the way from the USA to Austria, for example. So you want to make your mark. You want to get out and put a few legs on the board and hopefully get further.
Yeah, of course, Laura, and I think as well, because the way it started, you kind of feared for him, but just there's the averages. It's a good game so far. 90, almost say 95 USA, bang on 93 Austria, but I mean we feared for the American pair after those opening couple of legs, but I think the key is they've got the break straight back as well. They haven't let it develop into a 3-leg lead, and then you do start to panic. Reminder, the winner of this match, and the team takes on Portugal, who won 5-0 earlier. Don't see many of them now, do we? Comfortable on debut, the Portugal team. Jose de Souza, European Tour winner just a month or so ago.
One runner, 40.
Yeah, nice 140 there for Sulevic. Pace has just kind of eased off slightly from how they both kind of started off this match.
Dan Lowby is the quick player of the pair, the American. He's following Mensur Suljovic. So Suljovic is a great reader of a game, Law. We know that. He'll recognise he's going to slow this man down. He'll play, well, not slow him down, but do things at his own pace. And they're just trying to reassert themselves in this match, the Austrian pair, because I think they would have probably thought this was going to be a routine game, and
59
may well still be, but
I
say both back, and they've gifted the throw back here. Suljovic, experienced campaigner now.
Yeah, as you say, there's not many that can now claim that they've played in every single World Cup.
89.
But Suljovic is one of them.
Surprisingly,
57. Australia requires 75.
Only really clicked with Roby John Rodriguez in the Zoran last year. Do stand by this.
69.
So he's their best pair.
Yes, sir, you require 140.
The opening World Cup, he was with Mike Langendorf, who's now resident in Germany.
Needs treble.
60. Austria,
so Austria in double 3.
You do hear Laura straight for it or split?
I've always been told to go straight for it.
I think that's what Mensur's going to do. Good dart to work with, edging closer. Solid chance. Who'd have thought? In control of the leg. Lowby to level us up.
40.
Just rushed that last.
Austria, you require 6.
He throws quick, but Rodriguez now to finally get his fourth leg, and it restores the 2-leg cushion. And that break of throw advantage for Austria.
Game on.
They assert themselves in this match.
Yeah, steady start from Mensur, and you feel the Americans obviously had just a wee bit of a chance in that last leg to level it up.
$80.
Austrians got the cushion of the break back and throwing first as well, and Rodriguez, that was in Austria's second maximum of the match, and now they are in complete control again of this match, and Aldo and Pulio have got to pull something out the bag here.
Yeah, and you kind of think the speed at which Lauby's throwing at, it doesn't give him much time to adjust if it does go off track.
100.
No, he's committed once he's in, isn't he? He's not going to slow down, and he doesn't really take a step back. And this is better from Pulio. All tucked in the corner. It's the first match of the match for the USA. Still no finish. Rodriguez, this for 1-2-1.
89.
Between that leg.
Yeah, but Austria will be back. USA sat back on 171.
59.
And just not able to pressure that shot.
32.
180. And more than likely be in vain. And now Austria going one away from the last 16. So he can navigate his way up to 8-8. He gets it with his last start, Mental Sulic, and there's a little shoulder motion, but they're one away. USA now in a position where they need 4 of the remaining legs. And there we see the England team, the number 1 seeds, warming up. Michael Smith and Rob Cross, they're coming up next. Rematch from last year, where they take on the Philippines, Noel Malik them and Lawrence Aligan. Fancy their chances, Laura?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
100.
it's just so hard to predict this year. I mean, but yeah, no, I definitely do.
Perfect tournament for them in a way that they're not playing their best start, so it might be a chance for them to help each other out. It's when you're in a bad run of form and you're playing on your own, you can only rely on yourself, but they can rally each other now, and maybe they can
56.
help themselves along. You know, might do them world of good. We say pairs is a lever in the opening leg, but it might be a help for them just to take the pressure off themselves slightly and get that victory, and then who knows from there on in. They are the number 1 seeds and they are just slight favourites ahead of Wales. I think we all know I'd like to win.
I was waiting for that.
USA require 153.
Coming up later on tonight, different pairing, very likeable pairing. Not that we don't like Peter Wright and Gary Anderson, but I think even them two both be pleased that Robert Thornton and John Henderson are getting a go. Particularly John Henderson, never been capped for Scotland, and you'd say he's been good enough, but unfortunately he's been around when there's been major champions. Robert Thornton,
60.
Former World Grand Prix champion,
USA
former UK Open.
56.
Gary Anderson, 2-time world champion. Peter Wright, world champion. So Hendo gets his chance. And USA will back that down and keep their chances alive in the 2020 World Cup.
So Austria still just this 1 leg away from victory. Mensah's going to want to kick off, wants another treble.
100.
Very satisfied with that, though. It's thrown for the match, though. You played a lot of pairs in the BDO, as have I. You just want to at least stick a treble in there for your partner to work with. And
59.
No treble from Pulio, so Rodriguez will be feeling very calm there now.
It does. It gets a bit tense, doesn't it? As a player, you try not to tighten up, but you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for everyone else, and it's like, just keep it straight, keep it steady, no theatrics.
One runner, Fulton.
shot there from Dan Lorby Jr. and it was needed as well. I'm impressed with Dan and then looking forward to seeing how he fares at the World Championship. We've seen him play in the US Masters. He took James Wade to the deciding leg in 2018. Wade just having too much, as he generally does in those last leg shootouts. Wade made the final in the European Champs last week.
Yeah, just missed the 18, but good recovery, getting the 20, the treble 20 on his last dart.
Is it without a treble here will make it interesting.
56.
And they're just getting a little bit tight here, the Austrians. I mean, there won't be panic stations yet. They've got the cushion of the break, and they do have the darts. And let off really for Dan Lorby there. Fought by Dan Lorby, and you can see he was unlucky because he saw that smile of acknowledgement. It just tucked in the corner. It could have got in the treble 20. It's tucked in the corner with the 5, and you just know Sulevic's going to jump all over it.
67.
And like I said, Enso's going to jump all over it. What's he doing there?
It looked like he was for a moment, but statistically, these guys they're actually pretty much impossible to tell apart in terms of the statistics. But Austria now one leg away, and good setup, good shot here from Rodriguez, and it could be good night USA.
Yeah, I know the USA 1-4-1, but yeah, they'd be expecting 6 darts, and that's good stuff from Rodriguez. Leaves Mentor Sulevic a 2 dart, and Dan Lorby Jr. knows this more than likely has to go, and it's not going to.
59. Austria, you require 44.
So for a place in the last 16 against Portugal, 44 Sulevic, 12 for double 16. One match dart remains.
12 score.
More match darts will be needed. Julio now to keep it alive.
82.
So 78 left. And now slipped into the 1, so
24.
Disappointed with that.
32.
At least get 1 dart at the bullseye minimum. Rodriguez to finish the job, and he does. A comprehensive victory for the Austrians. They beat the USA for the 2nd year in succession, and they will advance to the last 16 where they take on Portugal. Job done for Mensur Suljovic and Roby John Rodriguez. Coming up next, we take a look at the number 1 seeds, England, as they take on the Philippines.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Spiller du alltid med hjertet på Norge? Drives det av statistikk og fakta? Er du typen som better live og går all in? Eller casher du ut når nervene tar over og kampen blir litt for spennende? Uansett hvor eller hvordan du better, finner du dine spill hos oss. Sett inn 100 og spill med 600. Hvordan better du? Mobilebet.com.
I'm Spider-Man. I didn't think I was going to have to save the world this summer. This life is not an easy one. I've made enemies. Powerful enemies. Put those I love in danger.
You're a wanted man, Peter Parker.
Looks uncomfortable. It gets kind of itchy.
The Spider-Man Collection. Strøm alle filmene nå på Viaplay.
Håndballgutta fortsetter kvalifiseringen til EM i 2022. Et mesterskap som skal spilles i Ungarn og Slovakia.
Sagåsen gjør det for Norge.
Nå er Italia motstander for Christian Berges utvalgte, og kampen spilles på bortebane i Pescara.
Herlig start på det innhoppet!
Se Italia-Norge direkte på Viaplay og V4, søndag fra klokken 17:30.
Rainbow. Touchdown. My goodness. This one is caught for the touchdown. Metcalf to the 5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Gesicki. And the pass to Isabella. Caught for the touchdown.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Welcome back. The hosts are through after a fairly routine performance against the USA. Austria with a 5-2 win, which sees them into the last 16 in Salzburg. Let's take a look at what's happened so far this afternoon. Lithuania with a 5-3 win against Gibraltar. Portugal thrashed Hungary 5-0. New Zealand with a 5-2 win over Denmark. Northern Ireland are out, the number 4 seeds, beaten 5-2 by Canada. Belgium squeezed past the Czech Republic with a 5-4 win. And Austria, like I said, the hosts through as well to the second round after a 5-2 win over the USA. And this is how the draw is currently shaping up. Lithuania into the last 16, where they will face either England or the Philippines. That one coming up very shortly. Austria will take on Portugal, who on their debut are into the last 16. Now we can hear from our winners, the Austria duo of Mensa Sulevic and Roby John Rodriguez. They are with Michael Bridge.
Gentlemen, congratulations. It's always hard the first round, but you are the host nation. Is there more pressure for you, Mensa?
Absolutely pressure for me and for my friend. I think this is so hard game. First game is every time hard. Second game you give your best, but in your country and this first game, God help me win this first game. See you next game.
Relief, and you proud Austrian right now in the next round.
Yeah, definitely. It is different without the crowd, but I know that the first round was really hard. It is just a doubles game, best of 9 legs. Everybody can win, but I'm happy that we're in the second round, and we're focusing to tomorrow and the next few days.
And you know your country is watching you with pride.
I hope watch everybody. This is hard for me, for him. The first game lose. This is so hard. God help me really. This first game win.
Many congratulations. Good luck, and we'll see you in the next round.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm sure Austria is watching, no doubt about that. And loads still to come this evening. We're back a little bit later once this afternoon's session closes. Sweden up against Greece. Japan against the reigning champion Scotland. Poland take on South Africa. Republic of Ireland, who made the final last year, take on a very tricky test against Australia. Wales, one of the favourites here, they take on Russia. Germany up against Finland. The favourite, the Netherlands, featuring Michael van Gerwen up against Brazil, and Hong Kong take on Latvia. But before that, we can now see England, the number 1 seeds, take on the Philippines. Let's head to our MC, John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action. You're coming to us live on Sky Sports from the Salzburg Arena here in Austria, and it's the Bet Victor World Cup of Darts. All brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the teams. The Philippines takes on the 4-time World Cup champions, Team England.
Yes, England, 4-time winners at the World Cup. Let's take a little look at the two teams. It's a rematch of last year's first round tie. England up against the Philippines. Let's head to our commentary team of Mark Webster and Wayne Marsden.
Thanks very much, Emma. Yes, it is a replay of the 2019 opening round. England won 5-1. Played decent on that occasion, just averaging north of 90. Something similar, you're assuming, would be good enough. It's really hard to equate the form of Ilagan and Malik Dem. Malik Dem, the man, that's Ilagan, as in my opinion one of the best throws in world darts when he doesn't walk with the last one. Malik Dem is the man that had the world champ on toast before he became the world champ, Peter Wright. It took a 162 and a 140 to get away from him in the World Championships. They are capable, the Filipino pair, but Smith and Cross, the rightful favourites, because if they get it going, Mark, they win, don't they?
Yeah, it is as simple as that. They're the better pair.
That's why against Philippines to throw first.
Nolan Lawrence.
Game on.
They haven't played a lot of darts. I mean, don't think they've played competitive darts since the World Championship, so that will tell here. But I think for Michael Smith and Rob Cross, they've a bit of trials and tribulations with their singles form. It might just be nice for them to play pairs and sort of help each other out. I mean, just not have that burden on you, and they can just enjoy. But knowing the pair, when they set high standards, they'll just want to bounce off each other and put in a big performance. But you know, they're a good side and they're really capable. They're just having a bit of a dip, and I'm sure the pair of them will come out the other end.
121.
Malik Dem and Ilagan are experienced. They've played in some... Wow. Well, that will settle him down.
70.
Sheesh.
Wild one for Cross there, but I think he even acknowledged it himself with the look he gave it. He did cover well there, but yeah, like I said, Wayne, it's just a nice straight action, Lawrence Ilagan, and I think if he had his way, he'd play in a darts vest. He doesn't really need that sleeve, does he? He always has them.
Yeah. Singlet, that's what he wants. He wants a chizzy vest, that's what he wants. Don't we all? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to just seeing how Michael and Rob get on, because we know that they have the quality that many others don't possess. I just want to see them relax and gel and see what happens here, because this will be a difficult game.
45. England do 143.
So Rob Cross and Michael Smith will be judged on winning titles. Rob Smith, that should be their team name. Rob Cross, former world champion, and he's won the European Championships and the match. So when he's not winning titles, whether he's getting into maybe quarters or last 16s, we're going to judge him on titles, and we always make Mike Smith that he should be winning a title. And I thought in the match play, when his finishing stats going into the semi-final like 50%, I thought now that was his time to kick on. So I always thought that was the glinch in Bully Boy's armour, but seems to have backtracked from there, and a little crisis of confidence since the World Match play.
99.
He's thoroughly taken his time there, Ilagan. Leaves 36. Now Smith wants tops. And he gets it. That really is a good finish. And he hit 140 earlier in... Well, 180, sorry, earlier in that leg. So he's the one that settled. And Rob Cross, still for me,
looks at just that little bit iffy.
That's where I think they made the right choice. Though Michael Smith's going in first, and he's playing the captain's role here. But like I said,
435.
both of them will be at ease, looking across who their partner is. I know they can produce at any time.
100.
Kirk Bevins, I feel sure, will have a word with Lawrence Ilagan shortly. He keeps.
We won't be able to see the darts.
Yeah, he keeps standing in front of the camera. Come on, Kirk, sort it, pal.
45.
He's out of the way for the moment.
Michael Smith really has settled. He looks comfortable up there. And it's just a little replay of the bounce. That's just unlucky caught the flight, but yeah, he looks comfortable up there, bully boy.
See, I personally, Mark, don't think it's coincidence that he's settled and maybe Rob Cross hasn't, because Michael Smith is known to have rhythm and he's got it going straight away, whereas Rob Cross has not.
100.
A sarcastic nod of the turn there, but it was a good turn, Rob. Pat on the back, and they're threatening to do what they did last year.
Right, Lawrence is getting on my nerves now. Out the way! Get. That's a good second dart. That's a good third dart from Noel Malik. Then this is a good leg all round.
He's bubbly, Lawrence. He can't keep still, can he? So he's shuffling along. He's moving.
61.
Like disappointed there. But they'll expect to return, but that first dart lands in the bottom of the treble 20 bed. It does open the bed for Lawrence Ilagan.
Well, he really should be going for 19s here. Could have hit 4 19s to leave tops, but
20.
Poor ball management there from Lawrence Ilagan. So for 2-0. Ah, come on now. Apparently that was in. That's it, Kirk. You tell him, pal.
They're allowing it's Philippines to throw first.
Read, but I think Kirk just said, stop standing in front of the camera, Lawrence. It's like I said, he just doesn't keep still, does he? He can't. That's his way of dealing with things. He's got a lot of bounce in him, Lawrence. And
97.
Just need to calm down back there, but I think he in that leg, Wayne, it was Rob Cross who finished it off. I think he needed something just to stamp his authority in the match.
And, just to give him something good to feel good about. Because the others are kind of doing their thing. They'll feel part of it, and now Rob Cross does. This man's got to start keeping straight up. Whilst he's hitting a few trebles,
40.
He's not throwing enough straight darts for my liking.
Also different in the World Championships. Noel Malik, I think, had 9 darts to get out from 136 and had 1 dart a bull.
Yeah.
Like you said, Wayne, the rest's history. Peter Wright, 2020 World Champion and the European Champion now as well.
Yeah, what a World Champion. Magnificent player.
140.
And then on in, you felt that he'd had his scared and no one else was going to get near him. I know people pushed him, but there was no ever danger of him losing matches from there on in. And like you said, a deserving world champion. And well, I think he could add a few more to it in the coming years.
Yeah, the Perla against Dizwan as well, didn't he? And that was, whilst it was close, you just felt that he had him at arm's length.
80.
He's had a lot of players at arm's length this year, Peter Wright.
Peter Wright, as mentioned, has decided to skip the World Cup this year. I think he actually said he's not going to play again in the World Cup. Not sure if might backtrack on that.
Yeah, he wants to stay fit and healthy for the latter part of this year with the Winter Series Grand Slam, the Players' Championships and the Worlds all coming up. And I get it.
Whilst we'd like to see Peter Wright here, of course, we do understand these players have to manage their schedule. Tournaments coming thick and fast. So they go from here off to the Winter Series, straight off to the Grand Slam, off to the Players' Champs, and then it's that 2-week period where you prepare for the World Championship. And Peter Wright doesn't just want to be a one-time World Champion, he wants to defend it.
Well, that was a great defensive leg, because England was sitting on 60 and 84 is certainly no gimme. But 2-dart, pop for Malik Dem. It's 2-1 England. See, there's certain idiosyncrasies in Lagan's game that, look, he sees it a certain way, but that looks like the perfect marker, and sometimes in between darts he's a little staccato, whereas his rhythm when he's throwing is not.
It'd be interesting to see a view of his dart flying through the air. It seems to be doing all sorts on its way to the board. And
100.
Well, he throws up, doesn't he? He kind of leans, but he's in front of the camera again, so we may not see where these go. Oh, the director's done well there. Good work.
Very
60.
contrasting style team, the Philippines. Lawrence Lagan, bubbly, fast, a lot of aggression. Oh, Malik then doesn't really give anything away. He just goes about his business. Even when he had Peter Wright embroiled at the World Championship, you'd never have guessed. He thought he was on the verge of a massive scalp, but this from the Philippines, well,
look at what? Look at the backside of Ilagan again.
Philippines require 81.
What a leg of darts this has been, by the way. 3 140s. Took at 84 in the previous leg. Wants 12 or treble. Bullseye. Well, they've had a dart to take it level. Could that be the dart that turns this game?
It's a big shot coming in. He's going to get one dart. Tops for Smith to restore the two-leg lead. No, so Lawrence gets a go here.
25.
And I'd say this is a deserved opportunity. They've really forced the issue here. Pretty much identical averages for the... Oh, that's a massive error. And again now he's going to... I mean, what are you having a word with your partner for, Lawrence?
He's missed that target by about 2.5–3 inches, Mark. That's not just an 18, that's a real low 18 as well. He should go 3, double 2. He can attack this. The way his darts go in, he doesn't float them, he throws them. For 2-2, big moments here. Well, it was a good dart, it just missed.
England required 20.
The first dart in the combination wasn't a good dart, and you know, he kind of apologises to Noel Malik them there. But Rob Cross, he finished his other leg on double 10, and he's done the same here, and they've got off the hook there, England. Philippines would have broke through and then had the dart, so they've dodged the bullet there. And again, Kirk Bevan just having a little word with Lawrence.
Fifth leg, Philippines to throw first. Game.
Are you insinuating that he refuses to listen?
No, I just think he's just so like, he just won't keep still. He just wants to keep on the move, and I think he just forgets he's doing it. But
134.
He's playing very, very well, Lawrence Ilagan. I've said time and time again over the years, I think he could make a real name for himself if circumstances were different. If he was able to play in Europe more, base himself in England, play the Q School, just see what happens. To become one of the best, you need to play them. I think he's got something, I really do.
Yeah, and it is a big commitment. It's no coincidence we keep seeing these two gentlemen back at the World Championships now, Wayne, and they are standing out. In that Rob Cross, give it some on that last start there. Sorry, he's getting frustrated. Going back, these two are the standout players on the Asian tour, and they could somehow find a way to commit to the tour.
140.
Could be great additions to the tour.
He's being relentless now. If this was a Van Gerwen or a Smith or a Cross doing what Ilagan's doing here, we'd be waxing lyrical about the amazing standard. Well, Ilagan is doing it.
minutes earlier when Knowles got to stay a bit more straighter and contribute a bit more, because it looks like they're going to get by in this leg, but they need a break.
96. Philippines require 86.
54 for 32. This is where I just feel he can improve, and that's when missing the first start of a combination. It's all 54. About working it out in your own time, in your own rhythm.
Forget about this leg, and fortunately could have maybe should be 3-2 down. Or Malik then to get within one again. Within one. Reminder that Philippines run the bullseye well. If we get that break back, they would become favourites for the match.
It's a good standard. Some may say that England are underperforming, averaging 88. Yeah, they probably are a little. But it's a close match.
97.
This man is playing a real captain's role. And Rob Cross isn't settling. I was involved in a situation with this when I played pairs together with Price. He was the 4-man when he had to drag me through.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Michael Smith's going to have to do here. It's just not happening for Rob Cross. And what I said earlier, he might have needed a partner to help him, but I think that's adding pressure to him at the minute, because you do start feeling like you're letting your partner down as well as yourself. And
well, the good thing for Rob Cross is that he has hit 2 double tens, hasn't he? So he's done something to just feel that he's not letting Michael Smith down, but he's just not scoring.
The visits early, give it a lot of shoulder as if he's just getting fed up. And
140.
Help when this man's doing that. He's applying the pressure. He's forcing errors.
When I grow up, I want to be like Lawrence Ilagan. The fact that he's 20 years younger than me.
Philippines require 167.
Block people's view of the darts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, annoy people. Yeah. Oh, I already do that. Right, got it. Okay. Switching away. Is he going to switch to the bullseye?
Oh, 142.
Well, in an ideal world, you'd leave a double, but also you give it a chance to go for it. So, okay.
100.
This is where Lawrence
Philippines required 25.
Got to be focused. He missed a big number on the combination earlier. This time he's got it. This is for a level game. And England are in a spot to bother if he hits this. That's a 14 down break of throw. The Philippines been threatening it.
Philippines to throw first.
They are level. They've got the darts.
Game.
That's, I think, the only glitch he's got to add. I think he should have come down earlier, but he has got a 97. But there wasn't a real way through on the second one. But
yeah, sometimes the ball management is it could be improved, but it's apt that his last score was 97, because in between all the missed darts at a double that he's had, mucking around on that 25 a few legs ago mark, his average is 97. That is very, very good. Ilagan. That's excellent, actually. Would have been way over a ton if he hadn't messed up. And that's taken out the 25. That's taken out the shots that he has as well.
Yeah, they're combination of the team averages. 94, 95, the Philippines and England. They're running out of time. And this man just seems to be enjoying himself.
He really is just a bundle of nerves, isn't he? Or just concentration.
100.
Imagine being on a 12-hour flight with him, Mark. He wouldn't let you get much sleep, would he?
It doesn't bear thinking about, does it? Great to see him here. And incredible. We made the point, Wayne, he hasn't played a lot of darts, has he?
No.
Nothing competitive anyway. I mean, everybody's been restricted to what they can do this year, but Lawrence
41.
really in the background thinking, had Noel just hit even a 60? Well, it was a treble single double combination.
Yeah, even mark starting on the 90. That's a brilliant visit from Cross. That really is. Turn this leg on its head if this doesn't go. If he can hit a low 25 here, he'll fancy it. Well, the 41 in the previous visit from Noel has been the undoing of them in this leg.
40. England Uruguay 64.
And he lets off here, and Michael Smith and tops.
44. Philippines Uruguay 92.
Discussing, and I don't see the value in that. You go your own way, you do. I think there's a discussion where to go, but you do what you feel comfortable with, Noel. On this occasion, I think that's the right way.
17 or treble. He's really looking at the treble here. He really wanted it because his view was obscured on the bullseye if he hits the 17. It's easy to miss the single when you're aggressive going for the treble.
England Uruguay 20.
Cross, who's been prolific on this double. He's hit it twice. And he hit it a third time, and he has. And kudos Rob Cross. It's a game where he's been underperforming, but his 140 changed that leg, and his double has put England on the brink of victory. They will throw for the match now.
England to throw first.
I like that there, Rob Cross. Just having a little chat with Michael Smith. Yeah, let's get it done. Let's get off. It doesn't matter about the performance.
I'm kind of liking the way they're dovetailing, Mark. I think they're playing as a partnership. They're talking to each other. They're communicating. There's Michael Smith was doing a lot of the scoring. Now Rob come into it with the 139 in the last leg and taking out the 3 double tens. He'll feel like he's kind of played his part now.
Yeah, he will. Rob Cross, remember, they've won 4 legs. He's hit the winning double in 3 of them, and he hit that 140, and he'll be feeling confident now and just generally better about it. And like you said, I think they've complemented each other. They've been a proper team, and they've been made to work here.
94.
Good little pick off. Noel's just not done enough, has he?
Oh yeah. 74.
Bully boy loves that, and so he should. Look at the smirk on Rob's face. Well done, partner.
Great hit for Bully boy, and that gives them control.
England 131.
On their way to the last 16, where they'll play, if they get the job done here, Lithuania, who got by the Gibraltarian pair in the opening match today.
99.
Yeah, Laban and Barauskas done a job. Well, this is looking like a kind of regulation win, a 5-3 win for England, but there's been some hairy moments. They could have been down early doors.
60.
And there's no doubt that
32.
a few of the legs could have gone all the other way. But all you need to do is to get to 5, to get through, to avoid defeat. And England are through to the second round. Like Mark Webster just said, they will play Lithuania in that second round. England beat the Philippines by 5 legs to 3.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
place? That place where you don't want to be.
They are showing the fortitude that you need to win a title.
Freiburg, still without a win in Leipzig. But this time, they're gonna take the Bulls by the horns.
Sensational defending.
Will their losing streak come to an end? RB Leipzig versus SC Freiburg.
Nyt prisbelønte filmer på Viaplay.
I don't think those billboards is very fair.
Du finner alltid en film til. Strøm nå!
Håndballgutta fortsetter kvalifiseringen til EM i 2022. Et mesterskap som skal spilles i Ungarn og Slovakia.
Sagåsen gjør det for Norge.
Nå er Italia motstander for Christian Berges utvalgte, og kampen spilles på bortebane i Pescara.
Herlig start på VM-hoppet.
Se Italia-Norge direkte på Viaplay og V4, søndag fra klokken 17:30.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
It certainly wasn't straightforward, but the top seeds are off the mark. England did not make it easy for themselves, but Rob Cross and Michael Smith are through to the second round after a 5-3 win over the Philippines. Yeah, happy Michael Smith and Rob Cross at the end. They join Lithuania in the second round after a 5-3 win over Gibraltar. Portugal thrashed Hungary 5-0. New Zealand beat Denmark 5-2. Northern Ireland are out. Canada with a 5-2 win over the number 4 seeds. Belgium came through a close encounter with the Czech Republic, beating them 5-4. Austria, the hosts, are also through, as are England, after that 5-3 win over the Philippines. Let's take a little look at how the draw stands now. England take on Lithuania in the last 16. That takes place tomorrow. And Rob Cross and Michael Smith are with Michael Bridge.
Lads, that was a bit of a battle, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely, obviously. Actually, fair play to the Philippines. They really did play well. I struggled, actually. I probably expected a little bit of a quicker pace off them, but fair play to them. They played really well. I was just happy to get over the line.
Michael Lawrence Lagan in particular, averaging over 100 at some point as well, and his play was slower than normal. In pairs, does that make that 10 times harder?
Just as Rob then, he did me head in. His first start was like literally wavering tops, then he go treble. And like, what are you doing? Please, just if you're that high, do not go in the treble after that. But no, I played well first leg. Luckily enough, he helped me out after the next 4 or 5, and then finally woke up in the last one. So whatever Lawrence did, didn't matter. I was practicing with Noel. Well, I won't practice with him, he joined my board. He did not miss in the practice, so I was a bit worried more about him. But luckily enough, he didn't get there and we managed to crawl over.
You're a good pair, you're getting on really well. What were you saying to Michael there, Rob, just near the end? You gave him a bit of a pep talk. You look like you're the captain.
I just said, you know what, yeah, deep breath, yeah, he's got his name written all over that double at the end, and Michael's class, and I believe in him as much as I believe in myself. I think that's massive in the tournament, and I personally think, you know what, he can score, he can do everything. I let him take the lead this year. He can start legs, he can do this and that, and it's working. It's working.
2 more very quickly. Rob, you know the county game very well with the doubles. People don't watch it as much on Sky, so this is great for us. But it is difficult, isn't it, to get the rhythm, the slope and everything like that. Tell us about the doubles.
It's massively. It's obviously for me, yeah, to sit out the back. Mike's probably got a little bit better rhythm than me. But I chose that, and I've chose to decide to sit out the back. But at the same time, look, we're all professionals. We have to get on with it, and we have to give our best stuff.
Mark, finally, happy?
Yeah, first and last leg, yeah. But no, happy to get a win, and like I said, me and Rob got on really well, so hopefully we go all the way this week. And I've got much as confidence in myself as Rob got in himself, and vice versa as well with each other. So step up a bit more, and we could be lifting that trophy at the end of the week.
Absolutely. Lithuania next. Good luck, boys. Well done. Thank you.
Cheers, Paul. Well done, boss.
Yeah, hugging it out. Nice to see, isn't it? Wade, England through. There were some hairy moments, like you said.
Yeah, there were. They kind of got away with a bit early on in the piece, but as you see there, they are a partnership. They're a team. And come the next round is going to be 2 singles and a pair, and they'll be hoping it doesn't get to the pairs game. But Rob's right. Michael had more rhythm. He was slightly better, but the way that Rob Cross wasn't playing well, but still managed to take out those double tens, kind of kept the momentum, the impetus on their side. And it was important that he did that, because at one point you're feeling like he wasn't in the game. And they had to deal with Alagan. They didn't have to deal with Malik Dem, who couldn't really do anything. When he was hitting a 60, one of the other darts was going astray. And it was Ilagan that was doing the damage, but he couldn't do it all on his own. It was a tough win. They will get better, but I love the way they talked there. I thought it was quite comforting. I've got to say, just listening to 2 men that have not really had it all their own way at all recent times, coming together thinking, come on, we're in it together, let's see how it works out. And they're talking about winning it. They're not talking about having a run. They're not talking about doing well. They're talking about winning it. That's important.
It's really good to see. And they don't have a lot of time playing together though, do they? So that's why it's so good to see.
Yeah, I agree. And there could actually be, they might only play one more pairs game in this whole event, and that will be in the final if they just keep wrapping it up. That's the way this format works. But we know Rob Cross, what he can do. We know what Michael Smith can do. If they keep progressing and doing the right things, like Michael Van Gerwen would say, at the right times, then they can win it. There's so many potential winners in this event.
Right, well, there is one more game to go this afternoon. Italy against Spain is coming up next.
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
Spiller du alltid med hjertet på Norge? Drives det av statistikk og fakta? Er du typen som better live og går all in? Eller casher du ut når nervene tar over og kampen blir litt for spennende? Uansett hvor eller hvordan du better, finner du dine spill hos oss. Sett inn 100 og spill med 600. Hvordan better du? Mobilebet.com.
I'm Spider-Man.
I didn't think I was going to have to save the world this summer.
This life is not an easy one. I've made enemies. Powerful enemies. Put those I love in danger.
You're a wanted man, Peter Parker.
Looks uncomfortable. It gets kind of itchy.
The Spider-Man Collection. Strøm alle filmene nå på Viaplay.
Håndballgutta fortsetter kvalifiseringen til EM i 2022. Et mesterskap som skal spilles i Ungarn og Slovakia.
Sagosen gjør det for Norge.
Nå er Italia motstander for Christian Berges utvalgte, og kampen spilles på bortebane i Pescara.
Herlig start på det innhoppet!
Se Italia Norge direkte på Viaplay og V4 søndag fra klokken 17:30.
Roethlisberger, rainbow, touchdown! My goodness! This one is caught for the touchdown, Metcalf! To the 5, touchdown! Touchdown, Gesicki! And the pass to Isabella, caught for the touchdown!
Programmet presenteres av Nordic Bet.
There is just one more first round match to go in this first session. This is what's happened so far this afternoon. Lithuania with a 5-3 win over Gibraltar. Portugal winners against Hungary. New Zealand 5-2 winners over Denmark. Canada knocked out Northern Ireland with a 5-2 win. Belgium squeezed past the Czech Republic. Austria with a win against the USA. England, the top seeds, they are through to the second round as well with a 5-3 win over the Philippines. And coming up next, it is Italy against Spain. Let's join our MC, John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action. You've joined us live on Sky Sports from the Salzburg Arena. This is the Bet Victor World Cup of Darts, all brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the teams as Spain take on Italy.
Yes, it is our last match of the afternoon. It is Italy against Spain. Let's take a look at the two teams. For our final match of this afternoon's session, let's join our commentary team of Laura Turner and Nigel Pearson.
Thanks, Emma. Yes, it's been a good Friday afternoon session, I think it's fair to say. Plenty of drama in the World Cup of Darts, and looking forward to this final game of the afternoon. Italy and Spain ready to do battle. Jesus Nogueira, Pro Tour card holder, on the Challenge Tour, but it's his World Cup debut. Of course, we're normally used to seeing Cristo Reyes in the Spanish lineup. This man is Tony Alcinas, an ever-present, one of 9 ever-presents in the World Cup of Darts before this tournament, and a semi-finalist a decade ago. That tournament where they shocked England along the way. Good player, Alcinas. Beat Peter Wright in the Worlds a couple of years ago as well. And Italy with Andrea Micheletti, 39 years of age, and Daniele Petri, who's in his 7th World Cup campaign. Spain have got a good record in the World Cup, Laura, but I'm pretty sure Italy will be looking to make progress themselves this afternoon. Which way do you see this going? Put you on the spot.
No, that's fine, that's fine. I'm not going to sit on the fence for once. I really do see Spain just romping away with this. You know, Italy, they've been in this since 2013 and are yet to get past the last 32, or essentially 24 when it was group stages. But it's not to say it won't happen, but I just think
Spain
the pairing of Alcinas and Nogueira, I think, is just going to prove too strong.
Yep, the final game of the afternoon session. A reminder, we're back tonight from 6 o'clock UK time with 8 more matches to conclude the first round of this World Cup of Darts. Tony Alcinas with plenty of World Cup experience, as I say.
41.
6 will remain as ever present after this tournament, which is taking place in Salzburg. And this is Andrea Micheletti.
25.
slack first visit from him. Probably a few big stage nerves, of course. As indeed there will be, I'm sure,
57.
for Jesus Nogueira.
Yeah, as you say, debut for Nogueira. Micheletti did appear here last year, 2019, so it's his second appearance. But they lost out in the last 32 to Canada. So it was Jim Long and Dawson Marshall that year.
There's just slack from Alcinas. He's a better player than this.
85.
But time to settle down, of course. It's only the early stages. Big, deep breath from Micheletti. He knows it's not going well so far.
45.
Only 45, so both struggling for a treble in this opening leg.
Yeah, I think we're so used to the teams coming out and kind of just kicking the ground running. Sometimes it just takes them a little while to settle into the match.
That's better with that treble 20 for Petri with the last start, of course. This is more like it from Tony Alcinas. Now switch for treble 18. Better. Down to 84 now, Spain.
Spain, Uruguay,
100 there for Micheletti. He's got quite a nice kind of rhythmical throw, but just struggling to hone it in at the moment.
14 would have left the ball. He's hit the treble, so double it. He's going for, and he nails it. Italy have the lead against the throw.
Yeah, like in any time in darts, you start missing doubles and you're likely to get punished.
Game on.
Yeah, Spain missed 3 darts at a double there for the opening leg. Opportunity wasted. Italy came up on the rails. Thank you very much indeed.
140.
First 140 of the match goes Italy's way.
Yeah, could that opening leg be the inspiration that Italy have been missing for the last few years when they've competed here?
Uh, 85.
Yeah, good last start again, not for the first time from Daniel Petri. Lots of World Cup experience for him as well. So Italy off to a better start here. 1-0 up, and with the darts and with the advantage here in the second leg of the game. First to 5, remember. Good recovery with the last start there from Micheletti. He's just starting to find one decent treble per visit, Laura.
Yeah, and the way that Spain's playing at the moment and the way the match is going, if he and then Petri can just do that each time, you know, they're going to cause the Spanish some problems. Well, they are causing the Spanish some problems.
Yes, indeed. Good second dart again
99
from Petri. Right, now, can Nogueira get Spain onto a finish?
100. Italy, 94. Would have liked
140 there, I'm sure. 140
140.
140
140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 140. 1
This is Micheletti, the 39-year-old for Italy. Needs tops for 2-0. Well. You'll need double 19 now.
59. Spain, Uruguay,
This is where,
144.
if Nogueira could have tied it up a little bit better, Alcinas would have been in a better opportunity here. All over the place.
Yeah, I was going to say the way he's playing.
5 score. Italy, Uruguay, 35.
It's not the Alcinas we've been used to seeing over the years. So double 8.
Edge on the second leg, Italy.
And a massive roar there from Petri.
I think he enjoyed that, Laura.
I think he did.
Oh. He's not staring at anybody there. Scary.
Definitely meaning business.
So 2-0 Italy in a race to 5.
83.
Spain have got to get their act together and fast here.
So wrong players throwing first. Tony to throw first. That last score doesn't count.
There you go. Tony Alcinas is the designated Spanish player to throw first. So an error from the Spaniards on that occasion. But I can't recall seeing Tony Alcinas play like this for quite some time. He's had some great moments on TV. Some memorable moments in the World Cup along the way as well. And if they get broken again here,
71.
They are in deep trouble, because Andrea Micheletti is just hitting one decent treble per visit, and that is enough for Italy at the moment. This is better.
140.
No, still better. It's much better there from Nogueira.
100.
Do you think Petri's got quicker with the throw?
Yeah, he seems to. His arm seems a bit tight when he's throwing. He has a really quick hand release. So it's
46.
Now he's finding a bit more rhythm. He's not stopping it. It just seems to be working better for him. But Alcinas again, he's so off the boil.
This is nice. Snatchy third down, he nails it, but 2 treble 20s is absolutely fine in the context of the way this game's going.
So these guys, Spain and Italy, have met once before.
100.
Back in 2013, which was Italy's first year. So Petri and Alcinas would have played each other back then.
Yes.
54. Spain, Uruguay, 106.
That time from Daniel Petri. Now Alcinas has got to tidy up here. A treble 20 would do just nicely.
60. Italy, Uruguay, 155.
Leaves the ton. Now, what's Micheletti got on his locker?
$58. Spain, Uruguay, 100.
Okay, so treble 20. So stay there. Nice. Gone for the top
60. Italy, Uruguay, 97.
Now this could be interesting. 97 for Daniel Petri for 3-0. There's the treble 19. He needs tops for 3-0. Stick well below, so double 10.
83.
Oh, wow.
Spain,
wow,
Uruguay,
that was
40.
a golden opportunity for Italy for a 3-0 lead, and a long way back for Spain. Tops for Alcinas. Can he come down a little bit? He's gone too low, so double 10. Big moment. Oh, he needed that. How he needed that.
Well, no, it's Italy to throw first.
Yeah, big moment there for Alcinas. Yeah, Nogueira celebrating, and rightly so, in the background.
When you think just seconds earlier it could have been 3-0 Italy. How a game can turn.
It can, and also for Alcinas, he's not. We've said he's not been firing as well as what we've seen him, and so he's hopefully that getting that double that will just settle him down.
140.
That's more like it.
different players react to different things. I know he's played in it since for the last 9-10 years, but it doesn't mean there's any less pride wearing his Spanish shirt, playing with Nogueira, and he probably hasn't played that much recently.
That's a good point.
93.
Nice treble 18 as well. Now, if Alcinas is getting somewhere near the form that we know he can show, if Nogueira can step it up with one treble per visit, one decent treble per visit, Spain are far from out of this. It's the one break of throw that is the difference. And right now, Spain are in this leg. Only 30. The highs and the lows, the ups and downs for Tony Alcinas, the inconsistency creeping in. That is a brilliant 140. Perfect timing from Daniel Petri for Italy. Takes them down to 130. If they hold their throw here, they will be 2 legs away from the second round.
58. Italy require 130.
They don't need to go for the bullseye route here, and they can't.
Good last start. Great last start that was. Leaves double 18 for Petri, and he will be back because Spain are not on a finish here. And Alcinas again, a slack first start, switching for cover.
77.
Gets the one treble 19 anyway.
36.
But now here's Petri for double 18 for a 3-1 lead. Got to hold his nerve here now. Oh, he's nailed double 9. 3-1 Italy lead.
Spain to throw first. Game.
Now pressure on Spain to hold their throw here. Petri celebrating in style.
140.
Okay, second 140 from Alcinas. 2 consecutive legs. But it's about maintaining that standard. And that's where he's just been off the boil.
81.
Great first start. Jesus Nogueira
140.
Looks at the board ruefully as if to say, that's how it's done. Treble 19 again.
96.
Now that's better from Alcinas. One of those days, isn't it?
Yeah, it just interrupts his rhythm slightly.
140.
But still, 140, you know, 81 after 9 darts. Spain are in a really comfortable position this leg. Micheletti's face said it all then, didn't it?
81 needed for Spain now. Treble 14 leads double 16. He's got the treble 14 now, double 16 for 3-2. Great finish. Great finish, Jesus Nogueira. Spain aren't out of this yet. Hanging on in there.
So allowing it's Italy to throw first. Game on.
They know it. Still that one break of throw in favour of Italy, so it is still advantage Italy, of course. But can they hold their throw here? Micheletti could do with a treble and he doesn't find one. Opportunity now. The door's open for Alcinas.
Yeah, more legs at the last, and then the Spanish are back to where we thought they were going to kick off the match at.
100. $83.
This is a tense stage of the game now.
100.
Very tense indeed.
Yeah, it's a big leg for Spain actually, because Italy wins, they go within one leg of winning, and they will have a chance of taking the whole match with the darts at some point. So For Spain, you feel like this is a must-win leg, not just for the their chances of winning the match, but their confidence.
Great last start. Tony Alcinas, he needed that. Spain very much in the leg.
66.
Digging deep here, that's for sure.
Yeah, Micheletti just needs to put the pressure on. Spain now do have the advantage in this leg.
45. Spain require 118.
Now 18 for Tops to break back for 3 apiece. Tops he needs. That is brilliant from Tony Alcinas. It's the first 10-plus finish of the game. 1-1-8 and Spain break back. It's 3 apiece between Italy and Spain right now. Can Spain build on that? They can turn this around, and look at this from Alcinas. This is much better. A 140 on the back of his 1-1-8 finish. He stepped it up a level, that's for sure.
Yeah, since hitting that double 10, I just think he's just looked so much more positive. He's finding the scores, Nogueira's backing him up, and the pair of them are actually playing some really good darts. Yeah, nice cover over down on the 19th.
Think Spain can build on this now and go on and win it?
55.
Yeah, they just look their body language, they just look so much more positive, focus driven. They were almost quite tentative and nervous when they came out, and losing those first couple of legs, it seemed to really hurt them.
140.
This is a different Alcinas than what started off.
Yeah. Frustration for Andrea Micheletti written all over his face.
13.
He can't find that one decent treble in his game now. So Spain in a handy position. Nogueira looking to tidy it up for Alcinas to come back on 68 now. Italy well behind. Then it'll be a real test of character of the Italy duo to see whether they can hang on in there and take us to a deciding leg. .16 now would have been the route. In the end, it's Tops. 4-3. Spain lead for the first time.
It's Italy to throw first. Game.
You can just see that there's a real shift in momentum where we saw Italy with not just playing better, but having that extra confidence, and Spain didn't have that. And now it's completely flipped through, 180 degrees, and look at Tony, absolutely loving it up there again now.
He is indeed. Oh, that's a great time to hit a 140. Tony Alcinas. We have seen glimpses of the true ability. What he's got in his locker, Tony Alcinas. Not often enough in this game, but they may just do enough to scrape through. This is good as well. This is very nice from Jesus Nogueira.
140.
They're putting Italy under serious pressure now.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games where Spain have just shaky start and really didn't look great for them to start with, but Spain have just got better, where unfortunately the pressure that Spain are now putting on them, it's seen Italy just
35.
Slightly crumble under that pressure.
Micheletti looks shot to pieces to me. Again, fails to hit a big treble. Treble 19 is a great way to salvage something from that visit. from Alcinas. Spain have a chance to seal the deal. Here comes Petri.
140. Spain require 160.
This is Jesus Nogueira. 160 wins the match. However, the next best thing is to leave Alcinas a decent finish.
60.
Could have done with a treble 20 in the last start.
126.
Don't see Micheletti playing well enough to take out this 126. Or is it the commentator's curse? Treble 19 would leave the bull. So
82.
Chance for Spain now, Laura.
Yeah, big chance for Spain here to take the match.
Hit the treble, needs tops. Now double 10 for the match for Spain. Oh, he's just dipped inside.
Italy require 44.
Italy to save the match now. Daniel Petri needing 44. Needs tops. Now double 10. Huge moment. So much pressure on his shoulders now.
Yeah,
gets there. Levels it at 4 legs apiece. Wow. Just when the pressure was on, what a reaction.
Game on.
Talk about holding your nerve.
I was going to say, I feel rather tense myself now.
100.
Spain will have the advantage, with the throw, but we've seen that being broken already, so this is really a battle of who can hold their nerves and find that red bit.
Good start for Italy. Good start with a 140. Pressure on Jesus Nogueira now. Spain could see the finish line in sight.
59.
No trouble.
Yeah, good score from Petri here. Could really put some distance between themselves and Spain.
80.
Unlucky. Well, this is time for Tony Alcinas to show all his experience and hit the big number.
140.
It's a 10th 140 for Spain, averaging 88 right now. This is a time for Micheletti to find one of his big trebles. Switching down for 19s.
37.
That could be costly. That could be costly.
It's all about timing, isn't it, darts? We've said it once, we've said it 100 times, but that was not the best time.
105.
Yeah, good thinking there, just leaving a potential 2-dart out shot for Alcinas.
100. Spain, you require 97.
Tony Alcinas for the match. Needs tops for a 5-4 win. Big deep breath. Now double 10.
87.
Same again.
Italy
Wow.
require 100.
The door is still open for Italy. This is really tense now. Really tense indeed. Only the single 5 with the first start, so Jesus Nogueira
39.
is going to step forward for double 5 for Spain. Does he go straight for the double 5? He's just left himself one dart a double now, and that double is double 2.
Italy require 105.
You couldn't write it, could you? 105 left for Italy and Petri.
Imagine if he gets this.
He's definitely going to shout.
Shout from the rooftops.
Yeah, 55 left.
65. Spain, you require 2.
Double one, Tony Alcinas for the match. And if he doesn't take this out, which he does, and relief all over the face of Tony Alcinas. That was a real battle. Both nations dug really deep there. That was a tough contest, and credit Spain. They looked to be slipping out at one stage. They bounced back with some character there, and they beat Italy by 5 legs to 4.
Yeah, what a finish to this afternoon's action. A very tense finale at the Salzburg Arena. Spain finally closing it out with a 5-4 win. And this is how it has all turned out this afternoon. Lithuania through to the second round after a 5-3 win over Gibraltar. Portugal on their debut thrashed Hungary 5-0. New Zealand through after a 5-2 win over Denmark. Northern Ireland sadly are out. Canada with a 5-2 win over the number 4 seeds. Belgium squeezed past the Czech Republic with a 5-4 win. Austria, the host, they are also through, as are England, the top seeds, after a 5-3 win over the Philippines. And like I said, Spain will join them in the last 16. Let's take a little look at what's to come a little bit later, because we're back at 6 o'clock this evening. Sweden take on Greece. Japan play the reigning champions Scotland. Poland take on South Africa. Republic of Ireland, last year's runners-up, take on Australia. Wales, one of the favourites here, take on Russia. Germany up against Finland. Netherlands, led by Michael van Gerwen, take on Brazil. And Hong Kong take on Latvia. So we are back in a couple of hours, but plenty more to look forward to on Sky Sports throughout the course of the weekend. Loads of Premier League action. Friday night football is up at 7:30 on Sky Sports Premier League. Southampton hosts Newcastle. On Saturday night football, Chelsea host Sheffield United at Stamford Bridge from 5 o'clock. Super Sunday double-header, Leicester against Wolves. And how about this? Manchester City hosts the champions, the league leaders Liverpool, at the Etihad. And this is what's to come next week as well. The Masters, day one on Thursday from 12:30 in the afternoon on Sky Sports, the Masters. And there's plenty of cricket to look forward to on Sky Sports as well. Sunday is the second qualifier of the IPL from 1:45 on Sky Sports Cricket. And on Tuesday, it is the final, again from 1:45 on Sky Sports Cricket. Loads of Super League tonight as well. Wakefield's up against Salford. That's from 5:25 on Sky Sports Mix. And Wigan take on Huddersfield from 7:45. But like I said, we are back in a couple of hours, 6 o'clock, for the conclusion of the first round. Do join us, 6 o'clock on Sky Sports Arena. We'll see you then.
It's like gold dust, they hear me coming through your